Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mike Lansing Field. It's a beautiful day for baseball here in Casper, Wyoming. Kai Jenagabis joined alongside Logan Hunter. We're in for a fun one as the Casper Spuds get ready to take on the Capital City Aviators, otherwise known as Cap City. And Logan, I want you to fill us in a little bit about what we should expect in tonight's matchup.
Yeah, and want to start things off by announcing a very special night here tonight. The Suicide Prevention Line 988 has sponsored tonight's game. You see their logo in the top right corner there of your screen. And just a wonderful night here to kind of raise awareness, suicide prevention. Big thank you to 988 and the Central Wyoming Counseling Center for sponsoring tonight's game and being a big part of what we're doing here tonight. But on the baseball side of things, Spuds picked up a win in yesterday's ball game. It was a little close there towards the end, but the Spuds put up a 4-run inning in the bottom half of inning number 7, able to push away from the Aviators, winning 11-6. So, if you ask me, Kai, I think we're in for some good baseball here tonight.
Definitely, we're looking to start at 6:30 here at Mike Lansing Field. Not only that, but the pitching matchups for tonight are going to be pretty fun to watch. Take a look at Fastbender. He's going to be the starting pitcher tonight for this Cap City Aviators squad. He's got a 4-seam, 2-seam, slider, curve, and change. Kind of has the kitchen sink in tonight's matchup. Sits right around the 90s with that fastball, sometimes 92 when it's maxed out. And then on the other hand, you have Trey Santos for the Casper Spuds, another guy who's got a 4-seam, 2-seam mix, a curve, and a change. Typically sits right in that high 80s range, so you'll definitely see a lot of heat on display here tonight.
Yeah, that you will, and, those are a couple of my favorite. That's probably my favorite pitching matchup. Two fireballers going head to head. Both of them saying, "Here's my fastball. Try to hit it." Making hitters look silly at the plate. I think we should be. I'm going to make a prediction. Very low scoring, absolute pitcher's duel here tonight.
You can definitely see it. I mean, it was kind of close, honestly, to how that would have played out last night. But the Casper Spuds looking to continue this 2-game win streak that they have going on right now, looking to extend that a little bit more, pick up their third here at Mike Lansing Field. And I believe only 3 more games left, counting this one, until the Spuds will take a 3-day break, and then they'll be back playing baseball. So the Spuds looking to end this homestand with a clean sweep. The Aviators, on the other hand, also looking to make sure they lock things down and make sure that the Spuds aren't able to do so.
Yeah, no, this is a very pivotal matchup. Game 2 of a 4-game set here. You can really set the tone here. If you're either side, you either go into Game 3 with an even series, or if you're the Spuds, you can guarantee a split here tonight. Give yourself even more momentum after picking up Game 1 last night. You can pick up Game 2 here tonight and really maybe start to see something building on your side of things. So very pivotal game here tonight between these two teams, and hopefully that fire that whichever team catches fire, especially if it's the Spuds, that 3-day break, hopefully doesn't put any rust on them. They'll be able to keep going, as the next game after that, after this 4-game set ending on Sunday, will be on June 25th against the Spearfish Sasquatch. So definitely something to be on a lookout here in this one here tonight.
Definitely. There's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of action happening right here at Mike Lansing Field. Kamana Kai Jenagabis, Logan Hunter joining you for tonight's matchup. We'll be right back here in just a couple of minutes for first pitch, but instead, hang around, check out the national anthem, and we'll have our early festivities before this actual ball game gets started.
No, it is.
The loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I'll risk anything to be great. I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. Big energy, got the crowd going. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field, everybody. If you're just now joining us, it is the start of the Cap City Aviators versus the Casper Spuds for Game 2. And honestly, it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, no, I think we're in for a good show. Like I mentioned earlier, we saw in yesterday's game, it was a pretty close game for the first about the first 6 innings. And then the Spuds put up a big inning in the 7th inning. So I'm honestly expecting a little more of the same. Like I said, I'm calling it a little bit of a pitcher's duel. I think one team, the most runs will score is at the most 5 from one team tonight.
Fair enough. You heard it here first. So as the umpire gets adjusted, we get ready here for first pitch, which is called a ball. Santos starts it out with the 4-seam heater. Leading things off to Ryan Devereaux. He's batting .269 on the season for the Aviators. There's some 2-seam action right there for strike 2. Devereaux, .269 batting average, but a .333 OBP. Let's not forget, too, 7 hits on the season. Tied for the most with the Aviators, and there's a big swing and a miss right there from Devereaux. Devereaux leads the team, too, in RBIs with 7. Here's the 1-2. 4-seam just got away from Santos a little bit too much. So now that'll even the count up at 2-2.
I forgot to mention this earlier. Worth mentioning now. This is Santos's. Is this his debut, Spud's debut, or is it just his debut in Mike Lansing?
Debut at Mike Lansing.
Okay.
Good changeup right there to make the count full. But yeah, it is true. The first time we've seen Santos pitch here in Casper for the Spuds at Mike Lansing Field. It'll be a pretty exciting one, I'm sure. Santos, he's pitched pretty well this year for the Spuds. So the 3-2 on the way from Santos. He kicks, he deals. The pitch is on its way. 4-seam runs a little too high to Devereaux, and he'll take an easy walk to start this thing off.
Bringing up the designated hitter number 10, Tanner Sever.
And if you want to talk about Santos a little bit, he's got 10 1/3 innings pitched so far. No wins, no losses yet on the season, but he's only allowed a couple of runs to come across. The ERA sits decently high. However, again, not a whole lot to go off of based on the 10 innings. So here's the next pitch to the second batter. He sees, and that's a good 2-seam that breaks inside. A lot of run on that fastball.
And just basing off, we're only 2 batters in, but from what I can tell right now, the home plate umpires really loving that inner half. So be sure to, I'd expect both of these pitchers to really attack the inner half in this ball game.
Oh, most definitely. Another two-seam. Tried to go back to the same spot. Just missed a little inside. So I'll even things up at 1-1.
That time was a little too far inside.
Very true. So Santos looking to maybe try to get two here in this situation. Here's the 1-1. Fastball that catches a lot of the plate for strike two. And Tanner Sever, he's had himself a pretty decent year. 188 batting average. However, the OBP stands at 381, so he draws a lot of walks. So here's the 1-2 in the lefty-lefty matchup. Santos rings him up on a fastball that just catches the outside corner. Strike three is called, and Santos sits down Sever.
Great job there by Santos. Leadoff walk, comes right back, freezes the next man. Great job there.
So now you bring up Xavier Cahill. He's batting .250 on the year, but a .400 OBP. He finds a way to get on. Only one hit, though, on the season, so there's a reason why the average is a little lower than normal. Here's the 0-0. The runner breaks for second. The throw down from Vasic is not in time as it skips into the glove of Addison Patton. However, it looks like we might have a quick injury timeout as Devereaux's holding onto his hamstring. We'll be right back here on Spuds YouTube on Baseball.
Looking to get active and connect with your community? The YMCA of Natrona County and Casper has something for everyone. State-of-the-art fitness equipment, youth programs, swim lessons, and more. Whether you're chasing goals or just getting started, the Y is here for you. Visit CasperYMCA.org and join a community that moves you forward.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Spuds Baseball right here on YouTube. Last time you joined us, Ryan Devereaux tried to steal second base, and he did so safely. However, he had to call an immediate timeout. It looked like he was holding on to the back of his calf, but it seems like it was only a cramp as he jumped up and basically hit the highest vertical he could. So, thankfully, everything's okay. And the 1-0 on the way from Santos is swung on and missed, and that's how Xavier Cahill gets this AB started. So 1-1 now, one out, runner on second. Here's the pitch, fouled off towards the screen, actually hits off one of the poles and bounces back onto the field.
Whoa, the wind just ripped my scorebook. It didn't rip it, but flipped the page fairly aggressively there.
It is blowing pretty hard. You can definitely see the netting on the right side just kind of waving back and forth.
It's blowing left and a little in, it looks like.
So some swirling winds over there in left center. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three, got him. Santos sits another guy down by way of the K.
I want to take a minute and give you the defensive alignment for the Casper Spuds. They'll look like this defensively. In left field, it's Jasper Best, and in center field, it is Trey Brooks. Drew Wardell is out in right. The third baseman is Jordan Jones. Shortstop, Andrew Witt. Second baseman, Addison Patton. Cale McCarville playing over at first base, and behind the plate doing the catching is Stone Vasic. So
a couple of veteran Spud members in the lineup, a couple who haven't had too many ABs this year, but are looking to bounce back. Here's the 1-0 on the way from Santos. Fastball runs a little too far inside for ball 2.
I want to apologize, folks. I flashed the graphic from yesterday's ball game. So what you saw was yesterday. Everything I read was today. Apologies for that.
All good. It's all good. Now standing in, Brandon Buchanan. This is the batting average leader here for the Cap City Aviators, batting .400 on the year, if you can believe it. Next pitch. Bouncing, breaking ball. Make it 3-0. And Buchanan through 23 ABs. He's batting .435. Has 10 hits, 9 singles, only 1 double. But 5 RBIs, 6 runs. And he's only walked 3 times. Next pitch, called a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch right there from Santos. Make it 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Fastball right at the letters. Called strike 2. Make it full now.
2 outs with 2 strikes means we get loud.
So Buchanan, he's the first baseman tonight. We'll look at a bouncing breaking ball to make it 4 balls. So we'll take an easy walk over to first base.
23, the catcher for the Aviators by way of Casper, Colin Bird.
So I'm seeing a pattern here. Walk, strikeout, strikeout, walk.
Don't forget there's a steal in there.
There was a stolen base in there. Cap City Aviators wild enough to go for the double steal?
Possibly. I mean, we've seen how aggressive teams have been with base running this year, so I wouldn't put it past anybody. So here is the 0-0 on the way from Santos. Runners at first and second, 2 away. The pitch, bouncing changeup for ball 1. Colin Byrne, formerly played with the Casper Spuds for a little bit. Start the season, he's batting .263, but a .440 OBP. So here's the 1-0 on the way from Santos. A fastball. Called strike. So make it 1-1.
Looking around at the Spuds defense, first thing I noticed here, Jordan Jones is playing pretty close to that foul line.
Next pitch, call the ball. You're exactly right, and honestly, can't blame Jordan too much. So far from what we've seen this year from Colin, he's definitely been one of those pull hitters, especially right down the line. That's a place you got to cover. So we'll see if Jones might make a play here. Good 2-seam that runs on the outside corner, called strike 2. So make it 2-2 now with 2 on and 2 outs. Santos gets ready. He kicks, he deals the pitch. Called strike 3 on the black. So Santos gets out of it with 2 on. He strikes out 3 batters. So Tanner Sever, Xavier Cahill, and Colin Bird all go down by way of the K. We'll be back here on YouTube. Kamanakai Jinagabis, Logan Hunter.
Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit.
Looking for that place where you can feel safe and accepted, where all of the counselors are highly trained and licensed in specialties from family counseling to substance addictions, and where most major insurance is accepted and payment is based on your financial needs, where the whole person is treated, not just the symptoms. Think you have to go outside of Wyoming to find it? Think again. Central Wyoming Counseling Center. Hope. It's on the horizon.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mike Lansing Field. Kai Ginagabis joined alongside Logan Hunter. As we get ready for the bottom half of the first inning, here is how the Casper Spuds starting lineup looks tonight. Leading things off for the Spuds, Carter Patak, batting in the 2-hole. Number 34, Jasper Best, the shortstop for tonight, batting in the 3-hole, Andrew Witt. Of course, cleanup guy, Cale McCarville. Following him is Stone Vasic, then led by Jordan Jones, batting out of the 6-hole, Drew Wardell batting 7th, Trey Brooks batting 8th, and Addison Patton finishing things off in the starting lineup. He's also your second baseman for tonight. So, pretty solid lineup. We'll see what the Spuds can do with it. Carter Patak swings at a first pitch and misses. So, make it 0-1. Fastbender sits right around the 90-mile-per-hour mark with that fastball. There's a good breaking ball right at the knees of Patak, called strike. Make it 0-2. So Patak behind the count early. Looking to bounce back. The 0-2 on the way. Patak hits this one to the first baseman, and it goes right between his legs. Brandon Buchanan can't field it cleanly, so Patak reaches first base safely via an error.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I think Buchanan was expecting that to give a little more of a hop. Just kind of died right there on the dirt and had it go right under his glove.
Honestly, I really thought it was just going to be a clean pick by Buchanan, and when he came up for it, it looked like he just came up too soon, and it just split the 5-hole on him. So Patak lucks out. Got sawed off on that one, too. So the Spuds now have a runner on in Carter Patak. And now batting is Jasper Best, who swings at a first pitch off speed and misses. So make it 0-1. So good job from Fastbender to get ahead of the count for the first two batters he's seen. Another thing that's a little interesting about Fastbender, he stands very far to the left side of that pitcher's bump. Swing and a miss again from Best. Fastball.
That fastball was so high. What's one of those, your eyes light up when you see the high heat. Just touch behind it that time from Jasper.
So with a runner on first base and 2 strikes, Best finds himself in a similar place as Carter Patak did. So we'll see what he can do here, see if he can bounce back, find a way on. Next pitch, fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 3 call, and Best gets sat down looking.
Now to play number 2, shortstop Andrew Witt.
So now you bring up Andrew Witt, who's also been a real force at the plate for the Spuds. Been .295, but a .475 OBP, 13 hits, 12 singles. Only 1 double on the year for Witt. However, he's got 11 RBIs, 11 runs, and 11 walks. So how about it?
Third on the team rather in singles.
Next pitch, fastball that catches the outside corner. It was in a similar spot that last pitch was to Best to strike him out. Patak takes his lead at first. Fastbender stares him down for a second. He kicks, he deals. Witt lines this one up the middle, right past the glove of the second baseman. Patak and Witt now stand at first and second base safely. So that'll be a single for Witt, and that's how the first hit comes across. Well, the first hit is listed on the scoreboard for the Spuds.
Yeah, that was just a line shot right at Pexton over there that was right at Heath over there at second. And honestly, if it's one of those, Patak had to freeze, and luckily it was the second baseman that had to come and get it, because if it was anyone else, he'd be able to get on second pretty cleanly. The second baseman would be able to cover it pretty well, and Patak might have had a shot at becoming a force out there, but good job to hustle and get to second after that.
Don't blame Patak too much either for holding up initially. I really thought that Heath had it at first, and it looked like it just knuckled on him and found a way to the outfield. So a good piece of hitting from Andrew Witt. But to be fully honest with you, the two base runners that the Spuds have on, they've both been sawed off, but they found a way on. So Spuds catch back-to-back breaks there from Patak and Andrew Witt. And now you bring up Cale McCarville. Batting .312 on the year. First pitch to McCarville, a high fastball, right at eye level, called the ball. McCarville, he's got one home run this season. However, the home run came just a couple nights ago.
Carville's played in just 5 games so far this season for the Spuds. Of course, he got injured early in that first series against the Zap.
Next pitch swung on and missed. Even things out.
In those 5 games, he's hitting .313.
Pretty solid stuff from Cale. Cale also played here last year, so he's here for a return.
Always love to see a returning Spud.
So here's the 1-1 to Cale with runners at first and second and one away. Fastbender kicks, he deals. Fastbender fakes the steal to third. Practically got halfway down the baseline before he decided to come back. But Cale swings and misses at another two-seam fastball. Cale swings and misses, and he gets rung up. So the Spuds looking to not strand a pair of runners right now, and they place their faith in another Casper Spuds veteran in Stone Vasic.
Yeah, big spot here for Stone. 5th in the order, 2 runners on, and he's a guy that can really put a charge into one. So good guy to have at the plate here in this situation.
Yeah, Stone had a rough start to the season, but he's kind of started to find his way recently, so we'll see what he's able to do here. Be his 23rd AB2 of the year. Runners at first and second here. First pitch runs a little too far inside. Surprised it actually didn't even hit Stone, so make it 1-0. So the 1-0 on the way to Stone. Fastbender looks back at Patak. He kicks, he deals. Stone Vasic checks, swings, and they'll say he went around. Not able to hold back, so make it 1-1.
Yeah, and that's a tough one there. I think he was expecting a fastball. He just wasn't expecting a fastball as far down as it was. Recognized it just a touch too late and couldn't hold back.
Yeah, so Stone definitely off his timing on that last pitch. Looking to lock back in. At first base, too, Brandon Buchanan playing way far off the bag. So here's the next pitch. A little too high. Make it 2-1. I'll tell you what, the Spuds definitely making Fastbender work out there.
Yeah, this is something that both teams did a good job at yesterday, making the starting pitcher work. You always love to see your lineup just making the pitcher use a lot of pitches in every at-bat, try to raise that pitch count as fast as possible.
So here's 2-1 on the way to Vasic. Still runners at first and second. And they'll say a timeout was called by Stone Vasic. Apologies for a second. I thought the home plate umpire was signaling for a balk because he kept checking back on Carter Patak there.
Well, I thought he pointed at the third base. I was like, I didn't know a third baseman could cause a balk, but no, nothing happened.
So count still stands at 2-1. The pitch on the way. Stone hits this sharply to the second baseman. It kicks off his shin and rolls into right field. Patak rounds third. He's on his way home. He comes in safely. And Stone Vasic's got himself what I believe will be ruled as an error, but he's got an RBI.
Yeah, they don't ask you how, and just a hard hit ball that got on Heath way too fast, and just a great job there to hit it right at someone and got a lucky bounce off of it. Turns into a run-scoring play there for the Spuds.
So the Spuds catch a break. So Carter Patak comes home. He scores the first run of the ball game. Now Andrew Witt stands at third, and Stone Vasic stands at first. So runners on the corners here with 2 away. Now comes up Jordan Jones. Fouls this one right to the backstop. Don't worry, fans. We have a screen. So a couple in the front row flinch for a second. Jordan Jones, he's hit a grand slam already here at Mike Lansing Field. See if he can hit a 3-run shot here.
Jones just one of 3 guys this season to hit a home run.
This one's hit down the line, but foul.
You mentioned Cale McCarville also hit a home run. Jones and Hunter Stonecipher has 2 of them this year.
Yeah, leads the team in home runs. Both of them have been on the road, funny enough. So runners on the corners here. Jones finds himself behind 0-2. Fastbender kicks, he deals. Breaking ball. That runs a little too far outside to make it 1-2, but not before Stone Vasic steals second. So there's not a lot of times you'll see Stone take second, but when it's not being covered at all by any of the middle infielders, pretty much it's a gimme.
Yeah, the Aviators are fine with letting him have that base.
This one's hit sharply into right center. That has the chance to get down, but the right fielder tracks it down before it has the opportunity. So the Spuds are able to capitalize on an error from Kurt Heath and a sharply hit ground ball from Stone Vasic. So the Spuds lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning, but we'll go into the second inning here in just a second on Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
Craving legendary food and service? Head on down to Texas Roadhouse in Evansville, where the steaks are hand-cut, the rolls are hot and fresh, and the energy is always high. Whether it's a family dinner or a night out with friends, Texas Roadhouse is here for you. Located at 210 Miracle Street, be sure to come hungry, and we know you'll leave happy. Legendary food, legendary service, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field for more Spuds Baseball. Kai Janagamis and Logan Hunter.
Say, folks, need help right now? You're not alone. Call or text 988 to connect with the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. 24/7, free and confidential. When you dial 988, you'll be connected to someone right here in Wyoming who cares and understands. Take that step. Call or text 988. This message is brought to you by Central Wyoming Counseling Center, where no one gets left on base.
Thank you so much for that, Logan. In case you're just now joining us, it's Mental Health Night here at Mike Lansing Field. Or I believe Suicide Prevention Night is probably the better term of phrase. So the next pitch from Santos, fastball that runs a little too far outside. The count's 1-1.
I believe the official title for tonight, not to step on your toes, Kai, the official title for tonight is Suicide Awareness Night.
Gotcha. My apologies. Here's the next pitch from Santos. Fastball. Runs a little too far inside again, so 2-1. But it is a pretty special night. Everybody rocks the 988 for the Casper Spuds in support for mental health. Next pitch from Santos is lined sharply into left. It'll get down right in front of the left fielder, but Kurt Heath has himself a leadoff single.
First hit of the night for the Aviators. And that was a little bit of a weird hit. Looked like he just kind of slapped that ball, kind of a get-off-me swing, and just able to drop it right into left field.
Definitely. And in left field for tonight as well is Jasper Best. For a second, I thought Best was just going to keep running up on it and make an easy grab, but Best just let it drop. But I will say he did a great job making sure it didn't get behind him because that ball took a funky hop, and he had to do the same. Next pitch from Santos, call the ball. Batter standing in, Jack Gallo. He's had himself a pretty impressive season as well.
And for what it's worth, for so far in this outing, 6 batters, that's the first guy to make contact with Santos.
There's a little foul ball that took a weird hop in the dirt, went right back to Santos.
All right, that's 1 strike on the beer batter. 1 strike. If you do your math at home, you carry the 1 minus the 2, and, well, you know, got to get 3 strikes.
Jack Gallo stands in now. 1-1 count with a runner on and 1 out. There's the pitch from Santos. It's a little chopper to the third baseman. Jordan Jones fields it cleanly, makes the throw on the run, and gets the second batter of the inning out. Apologies, the first batter of the inning out.
That ball bounced a little weird. I thought for a second there it hit off of Gallo, but good job for Jordan Jones to stay with it. Kind of a swinging bunt there. Great throw there from the Mississippi Valley State product.
Definitely. Jordan Jones struggled in his first game with the Spuds defensively over at third base, but he's really settled in nicely in that spot. So here is the next batter standing in is Orly. Pitch from Santos on the way. The 0-0 becomes a 1-0. Still the 1-0 on the way from Santos. The runner on second. That runner being Kurt Heath. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Got to choke up a little bit more for that inside fastball.
Yeah, Oilo got completely fooled on that. Just sitting completely off speed, and next thing he knew, the ball was in the catcher's mitt.
So the 1-1 on the way to Oilo. Swings and misses at this one as well. So he choked up a little bit too much that time. And now you got to be thinking as a hitter, what do I do?
Yeah, there's a lot of places that Santos can go here. He could pull the string with maybe a changeup, try to break something inside.
This one fouled off down the right side. Go towards the batting cages.
Or go right back to the bread and butter. Little grunting fastball there from Santos. I could hear him all the way up here.
From Santos, you've got him fooled east and west. Best course of action, go south. Try to put a curveball or changeup right in front of him. Make him swing and miss. And he did. But he didn't get the swing and miss.
Yeah, just try to completely bury the changeup that time. Try to catch Oilo on self-defense. Oilo not biting that time.
There's the next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He got him.
There's the swing and miss.
So 4 Ks already for Santos. And to be honest with you, correct, 4 of the 5 outs now in this game have came from strikeouts from Santos.
That's what you love to see, a guy who's missing bats very well and making guys just completely miss the ball entirely. Great inning and 2/3 out of Santos.
Here's the 0-0. Fastball right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. A little low throw, though, from Vasic.
I don't think Pexton agreed. He thought that was outside.
Let's see Paxton asking the umpire where that one hit. To be honest with you, it really wasn't that close. Here's the next pitch. Fouled back off the screen. So Santos finds Paxton ahead 0-2. Best scenario if you're the pitcher right now, looking for his 5th K of the day. Just 2 innings pitched. Santos still having to deal with the runner on second, but ahead 0-2. Goes back to the fastball and misses high. So the count is 1-2 now. Here's the next pitch. Another fastball runs a little too far outside now. Make it 2-2.
Santos has been absolutely attacking Pexton with fastballs to start this. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the off speed here.
Definitely wouldn't be. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. So, with that, Santos picks up his 5th K of the day through 2 innings. 5 of the 6 outs that the Spuds have recorded have came by way of the K. We'll be back here in the bottom of the second to see how the Spuds fare against Fastbender.
Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
If you're visiting Casper for business, adventure, or just passing through town, Best Western has you covered. With clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, and a staff that treats you like family, you'll feel right at home, whether near or far. With 3 convenient locations, Best Western in Casper is your base camp for everything Wyoming. Book your stay and rest easy today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spuds Baseball here on YouTube. Kai Janagabas, Logan Hunter joined alongside me. If you're just now joining us, we're here in the bottom half of the second inning. Spuds lead 1-0. And the first batter up takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 1, and that batter is Drew Wardell, the right fielder for tonight. This one is popped up, going towards the right side of the bleachers, and it'll hit right in front of the snack shack. Drew Wardell, another guy on the Spuds who had a very slow start to the season, but once he got his first hit, he started really doing a lot better. So we'll see if Drew's able to keep up the pace here.
Yeah, picked up an RBI double in yesterday's ball game. Excited to see what he's got in store tonight.
Definitely a lot of power. So here's the 0-1 on the way. Fastball runs a little too far outside. Make it 1-1. Apologies, make it 1-2. But I will say, Drew definitely has a lot of unlocked power. Here's the next pitch. Check swung. Will they say he went around? No, he did not. And to be honest with you, I thought that was a pretty late check over by the Aviators to see if Drew actually went around or not. So the count stays at 2-2. Next pitch.
Whoa.
Whoa, and it looks like there's a warning towards the third base dugout of the Aviators.
Yeah, they had a problem with that. I mean, to be honest with you, that was a clear swing in my eyes by Drew Wardell. And Aviators, the Aviators have a beef right now.
So, Drew Wardell now and a 2-2 count following the warning from the umpire. It's a high fastball. Make it 3-2. And I will say, Logan, for you who's been here as long as you have, I mean, it feels like we've seen a lot of ejections this year.
You know,
here's the next pitch. Runs inside, so Drew Wardell will take first base to start off this bottom half of the second inning.
My first year, I don't remember ever seeing a single ejection in my first year. I saw two, maybe three in my second year here with the Spuds. I have not seen anything like what we have seen in the first couple of weeks here at Mike Lansing.
I mean, if you want to put it in that way, the Spuds had more ejections in one game than you had seen in your entire time being with the Spuds.
Yeah,
during that Fort
Collins game, yeah.
So here's the 0-0. Trey Brooks shows bunt, but the fastball runs outside, make it 1-0. But now you get Drew Wardell standing over there at first base. It looks like Brandon Buchanan talking to Cooper Hack over there, too, on the first base side. About what? Nobody knows. Here's the pickoff move, but not in time. I will say Drew isn't the fastest guy on the team, but he's definitely got height on him, which is definitely an advantage. Drew definitely not one of the tallest players on the team, but he's got long strides that really help him out in situations like that. So Brooks shows bunt again in the 1-0. Fastball runs high. Make it 2-0. Now, if Trey was standing, there was a chance that might have been a strike.
Yeah, that looked about letter high there in Brooks' strike zone. Maybe staying where he was, holding that bunt helped him out a little bit there.
Here's the 2-0. Curveball that touches right across the knees. So make it 2-1. To be honest, I thought that might have been a little low and outside, but
that looked like the most ball-looking ball out of the three pitches we've seen so far.
Very elegant way to put it. Here's the next pitch, fastball that runs a little too high and inside. So 3-1 now. Very hitter-friendly count. And to be honest, Fassbender hasn't really had too many situations where he's fallen behind like this against batters.
No, the Spuds have had 4 base runners in this one, only 1 hit.
Fastball again, that runs a little too far outside. So the Spuds get their leadoff runner and the guy who followed, which is Trey Brooks, on, and now you got runners at first and second with no outs, and you bring up a dangerous hitter like Addison Patton. Now, Patton, one of the guys on the team who doesn't have home run power, but at the same time, he's one of those guys who's had a lot of hard-hit balls either right up the middle or they found a gap in left or right center.
I'm going to say something that sounds a little insensitive, but I'll explain it. The bottom of the lineup is exactly where he belongs, and here's what I mean by that. He's a guy that can make all kinds of contact.
Speaking of contact, here's a bunt that practically reaches the press box.
He's a guy that can make all kinds of contact and really open up the door for the top of the lineup. And when you have a guy like that at the bottom of your lineup, it can do a lot of great things for your offense.
Oh, most definitely. See, Brandon Buchanan and the third baseman playing really in right here. Patton will look at a fastball for strike 2. So 0-2 now, not really the count you can bunch yourself out of. However, very aggressive team the Spuds are. Wouldn't be too surprised.
You mentioned this in a previous broadcast. The base running aggressiveness has been the identity of the Spuds all 4 years they've been around, no matter who's on the roster. Speaking
of that, Drew Wardell gets picked off over at second base. So Drew just broke a little bit too early there, and Fassbender just totally capitalized on it. So the runner at second is no longer there, and there's now 1 out. Patton, too, staring at an 0-2 count, so not an ideal spot for the Spuds. However, there's different ways you can work yourself out of it. Here's the 0-2 on the way to Patton. He hits this one a mile high. It's going towards the first base dugout. Will it get out? It will. So that one will get out of play. The count remains 0-2. So now the 0-2 on the way again to Patton. Sitting over at first base is Trey Brooks. He's got a lot of speed there, too. Haven't seen him really steal a whole lot this season, however. 0-2, bouncing breaking ball. Make it 1-2.
And that was Brooks made a great play on a ball in yesterday's ball game where a ball was roped into the right center field gap, and Brooks did a great job. He covered all kinds of ground to get to that ball, made a fantastic play.
And a lot of putouts, too, in that Fort Collins game just a couple weeks ago. This one's also hit a mile high, but that'll get out of play as well. So Patton feels like he's on the verge of a hit. He's just late on that fastball, and I really do feel like if he gets a hold of one, he can lace it into one of those gaps.
And he's doing great for the guys, someone like Carter Patak on the on-deck circle, making them see a lot of pitches, understand in what situation what fast bender will use, and this has been a fantastic at-bat.
Here's the 0-2 curveball that falls just high of the letters. So Patton now in a 2-2. Good call from the home plate umpire. That ball looked like it might have dipped last minute, but it did look like it stayed a little too high. So here's the 2-2 on the way from Patton. This one is chopped on the third base line. It's a fair ball. The third baseman, it goes for a one-hop, and it is in time to get Patton. What a throw from the third baseman to retire Patton. However, you do move Trey Brooks over to second base.
Yeah, great stop there by Cahill. Couple of steps into foul ground. That's such a tough play to make because you know how far away from the base that play takes you. And that's just a hard play to make, especially with a guy like Patton who's flying up the baseline. But good job to put a good throw over across the diamond.
So Patak stands in now in an 0-0. However, there is a runner in scoring position, and that is Trey Brooks, who stands at second. First pitch to Patak, call the ball. Patak's one of those guys, too. He's able to find a way on any way he can. Batting average isn't the highest, but the OBP definitely stands out.
Career night for Patak in yesterday's ball game where he went 2 for 3 with a couple of RBI singles.
Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike. And I will say that outside corner has really been where Fastbender's been trying to live, and it's worked out for him in a lot of situations. So here's the 1-1 on the way to Patak. He swings at this one. They might have a chance to get fair, and it just curls foul. Patak hit that one off the end of the bat. Looked like he might have just been a little too late on that one. I thought it had a chance of getting right past the outstretched glove of Brandon Buchanan, and it did. It just kept hooking just a tad. Another thing to note, too, Fastbender already at 42 pitches on the day. So here's the 1-2 to Patak. Curveball, like, practically winds up in the other batter's box, so make it 2-2.
Patak got this ball game started off with an error by the first baseman.
So 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls in inning number 2. We'll see what Patak can do. And a high curveball makes it 3-2. I think Patak thought he had the walk right there as he started taking off the leg guard. So full count now to Patak. Trey Brooks stands at second. Here's the pitch. Patak swings and fouls this one back into the glove of the catcher. The Casper Spuds not able to get any runs across after having the first 2 batters of the inning get on safely. So we'll be back here in the third inning to see what more the Casper Spuds can do against the Cap City Aviators. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
In Wyoming, anything can happen. And no matter where you are, we're ready. With Wyoming's only 24/7 Level 2 Trauma Center with the most advanced technology and certifications. Because when emergencies happen, every second matters. Because every Wyoming neighbor matters. It's another banner day.
Life in Casper can throw you curveballs, blizzards, hailstorms, or the unexpected fender bender. That's why your local State Farm agents are here, ready to help you and protect what matters most. From auto and home to life and business, they've got you covered. Visit your Casper agent today and get the coverage you deserve. Local support you can count on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field, as it's the top of the lineup here for the Cap City Aviators, as Ryan Devereaux pops the second pitch he sees foul. So ball and a strike here to Devereaux, as this is a comebacker right to Santos. Underhand flip to the first baseman is in time. And just like that, there's one out here in the top half of inning number 3. No one gets left on base at Central Wyoming Counseling Center. You are not alone.
So now standing in for the Aviators, none other than Tanner Sever. Apologies, Logan. I feel like I cut you off there.
No, you're all right. I was just reminding people about tonight.
So Santos plucks Sever.
That brings up number 5, third baseman, Xavier Cahill.
Now you bring up Xavier Cahill. 0 for 1 on the night. Struck out in his last AB. Now, Santos definitely not the guy that we've seen force a lot of ground balls or weak contact. He's been a strikeout guy tonight. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Way late on that one.
Speaking of, yeah, no, he's that's definitely the first type of weak type of contact that we've seen these Aviators have, and I think there's only been one ball maybe that's gotten to the outfield so far.
This one is fouled back towards the snack shack. And I don't even know if any ball has found the outfield yet. Jack Gallo, he grounded out back in the second inning to the third baseman, and then Ryan Devereaux right back up the middle towards Santos, who made that play. And nobody else has really hit one towards the outfield grass. I mean, only 2 ground balls in the first 7 outs of the game. The rest have all came from K's from Santos. So here's the 0-1 on the way, fouled back towards the screen. Make it 0-2, and he's ahead early again against Cahill.
Cahill, one of those guys who did strike out earlier. As you mentioned, already 5 strikeouts in just 2 1/3 innings for Santos.
So here's the 0-2. Let's see if he makes it 6, but he'll pick off before he tries to do it. Now, I will say, too, the one thing that can be hard being a strikeout pitcher is your pitch count definitely goes up a lot more than you would want it to. The nice thing is about being a soft contact type of pitcher is typically you're able to get some quicker outs. Here's the next pitch from Santos. The 0-2 runs too far inside. Make it a 1-2.
Yeah, you have a little bit of that give and take with both archetypes of pitchers. Your contact guys, yeah, he can end at bats in 1 or 2 pitches, but you also run in, those weak contact might get over the head of an infielder, and then you get a guy like Santos.
Swung on and missed. 6 Ks on the night for Santos. How about it?
So you get a guy like Santos, he's got 6 strikeouts at 2 2/3, but, you know, you look and it's the 4th inning and the guy's got 60 pitches already.
Exactly, and that, again, that is the big drawback about being a strikeout pitcher. Typically, you're able to get a lot of guys out, but it's not as, here's a chopper to the second baseman, fielded cleanly, the throw to first base in time, and I will no longer be speaking. So, good job from Santos getting the weak contact. So, the Casper Spuds only allow 1 base runner and a hit by pitch, and that was Tanner Sever. But we'll be right back here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning to see how the Spuds offense fares against Fassbender.
All industries have had a challenge to get people together because we learn from each other, and industries are better when people are around each other. And so we've been consciously creating platforms for people to get together. We have our own coaching company. We have nonprofits and communities we serve in. We say, why is all that? Because people need each other. They need collaboration, and we're very intentional about creating opportunities for collaboration.
The number one thing I hear when people come into Fairway is, I cannot believe I didn't come here sooner. We have just like-minded, genuine people who are servant leaders. Within Fairway, there is a feel of empathy, compassion, just bringing people together so that people feel safe and involved.
Whether your project is large or small, CEBI is committed to providing unmatched civil engineering, surveying, and landscape architecture throughout the great state of Wyoming. We thank CEPI for sponsoring the Spuds this season.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. You're watching Spuds Baseball with Kai Janagabis and Logan Hunter as your broadcasters for tonight. The bottom half of the 3rd inning gets started with an inside fastball to the left fielder for the Spuds tonight, Jasper Best, who struck out looking in his first AB.
Yeah, good spot of the order here, holding on to a 1-run lead, and good spot here to get something going, get a couple more runs, and really try to push this game out of reach.
I will say earlier on, the Spuds had 2 games against the Aviators. It was their first 2 games in franchise history. Here's the next pitch on the way. Called a ball down low. But the Spuds played the Aviators in their first 2 games in franchise history, won both games 12-2. And then the last couple of times they faced off, the Aviators have made it very competitive, even winning their first ever home game at Pioneer Park against the Spuds. Next pitch, easy fastball, called strike.
You know, proud to say that I did not, but the Spuds crew had the call on that, able to witness a little bit of history.
It's definitely a fun one. The 3-1 just got really, really far away from Fassbender. So Best finds himself at first base, and the leadoff batter gets on via a walk. They bring up Andrew Witt, singled in his last AB.
(988) 3 numbers, a lifeline. Don't hesitate to reach out if you're feeling overwhelmed.
So Witt stands in here with a 0-0 count. Runner over at first base, Jasper Best. Haven't really seen him either flex the speed, so we'll see if maybe Coach Cody McCrary over there at third base tries to be aggressive with him. Here's the pitch on the way. Andrew Witt takes a simple fastball for strike 1.
Back-to-back innings now. Fossbender has gotten himself into a little bit of trouble to begin. Back-to-back innings with leadoff walks. Did a good job of working out of it in the previous inning.
This one's hit to shallow center. Center fielder makes an easy grab to retire Andrew Witt.
And that looked like that ball had a little further that it wanted to go. I think the wind might have caught it up in the air because it sounded like Witt. I had a good sound off of Witt's bat there.
It did. It did. Gale definitely put the barrel on it, just not enough speed behind it. So now you bring up Cale McCarville. Again, was out for a decent amount of time to start the season due to a hand injury, but now he's been back for a couple of games and he's looked pretty good. So we'll see what Cale has in store for us here. There's a pickoff move over to first base. Jasper back in time. Jasper kind of similar to Drew in a way, has longer strides, long legs. Very easy to make it back on some of those pickoff moves. So here's the first pitch. This runs way too far inside to Cale. He has to duck out of the way from that one.
With this one-run lead, I'd really like to see Coach McCreary get best activated over there at first base. He showed off some wheels in yesterday's ball game, able to go first to third rather, on a ball that was hit into pretty shallow right center.
Cale way late behind that fastball. Swing and a miss for a strike one. And yeah, definitely, I would love to see a little bit more from the base running aggressiveness from the Spuds, just keeping that 1-0 lead. And I will say, if this game does end 1-0, it will be a first this season.
Not many of those, especially in this part of the country.
You talked about a pitcher's duel, and you've definitely been right, Logan. Here's the pickoff move again towards first. Best back there in time. We call him Best because he's the best, but also that's his last name.
Absolutely.
So here's the 1-1, one out with a runner on. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, but called a strike. Good frame job there from the catcher.
Yeah, one of those 50-50 balls. I think no matter which way that was called, one side wasn't going to like it.
So now that's a 1-2 count. Another pickoff move towards Best. Not in time. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Kicks and deals. This one, a high fastball at the head. Jasper Best slides in safely into second as the second baseman, Kurt Heath, is not able to field it cleanly. But let's also not forget either that Cale McCarville had an easy walk. So it didn't really matter in the end. But now you get runners at first and second with only one away in a very similar situation to how last inning went.
I think that ball nicked McCarville in the helmet, and that's how he ended up getting on base there. So they called time. I thought for a second there they were going to call interference on McCarville, but they gave him first.
To be fair, McCarville stood high in the box, didn't really cause any sort of discombobulation to the catcher and didn't really impact the throw. So here's the next pitch to Stone Vasic, and Vasic helped score the first run via a sharply hit ground ball to the second baseman, Kurt Heath, that just kicked off his shin, and Carter Patak was able to score from second to home. So we'll see if Stone is able to keep the same momentum going here as he takes a first pitch ball. Here's the 1-0 on the way to Vasic. Pitcher looks back, he kicks, and he deals. Apologies. He kicks and fires back to second base as a joke.
Just kidding. We're going to have to wait.
I was a little ahead, so I apologize.
Vasic reached base via error his first time.
So the 1-0 now on the way to Vasic, I think officially. Here's the pitch. Stone hits this one off the end of the bat into straightaway right. Right fielder fields it cleanly. Jasper Best will tag from second. The throw is on the money, though, just not in time. So now you get runners at the corners with two away, and that brings up a dangerous hitter in Jordan Jones.
Yeah, you want to talk about right guy, right spot. We constantly have talked about Jordan Jones's grand slam that he hit this is a spot where Jones can do a lot of damage. We know how capable he is of hitting a hard baseball. I'd like to see him put one in a gap somewhere here.
Definitely, and if there is a gap to choose, right center is probably the best spot, but also left center just because of the way the wind is blowing. So here's the next pitch, hit sharply in between the gap of the second base, the shortstop and the third baseman. It kicks off the leg of the shortstop, so a run comes across. So Jasper Best scores. I believe they'll credit Jordan Jones with a hit on that run. I think he would have beat it out no matter what. So Jordan Jones has an RBI single, and that brings across Jasper Best as Cale McCarville moves over to second, and now you get Jordan Jones over there at first.
Yeah, that was weird. I was waiting for the shortstop to attempt the throw over to first, and then he just kept running. I kind of lost the baseball there, but Spuds will take base runner and a run any way they can.
Yeah, so they will credit Jordan Jones with the single there. So a very lucky break again for the Spuds to make things 2-0. Next pitch on the way, called strike to Drew Wardell. Drew walked in his first AB back in the second inning. See what he can do here. This one comes way far behind Drew Wardell as this ball will skid all the way to the backstop, but not before it moves over Jordan Jones and Cale McCarville an extra 90 feet. So now you get two runners in scoring position here and a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, tried to go to that front door slider and ended up letting, I think it just slipped out of his hands that time. Now, very dangerous spot here with 2 outs.
So a huge opportunity for the Spuds to break this open. With 2 on, both runners also in scoring position. Cale McCarville just 90 feet away from making it a 3-0 ball game. Here's a chopper down the third base line, and it'll go foul. Cody McCrary will throw this one over to the dugout on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 hopper. So it's a 1-2 count now to Drew Wardell. Let me tell you, too, if Drew's able to turn on one, that ball will hit off the bat in a hurry. Next pitch, called strike 3, just broke right in front of Drew and landed right in the middle of the strike zone for strike 3. So the Spuds extend their 1-0 lead into a 2-0 lead over the Cap City Aviators. The Spuds lead 2-0 at the end of the third inning. We'll be back here in the top of the fourth with more Spuds baseball.
We would like to recognize our community partners at Grizzly Excavation and Construction for their support of the Spuds. Founded right here in Casper, Grizzly Excavation is committed to providing high-quality contracting throughout central Wyoming through their Get Used to Different motto. Grizzly Excavating and Construction, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Spuds Baseball. If you're just now joining us, it's the top half of the fourth inning. The Spuds currently lead 2-0. And don't forget, it's 9-8 night.
Say, folks, this game is brought to you by Central Wyoming Counseling Center, your trusted partner in mental health and addiction recovery. From therapy and crisis support to substance use treatment and housing programs, CWCC is here to help you find hope and healing. Everyone deserves a chance to thrive, and no one gets left on base. Visit cwcc.us or call 307-237-9583 to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Thank you, Logan. We appreciate it, and we also appreciate our sponsors. But the top half of the fourth inning gets started with a high chopper that gets just over the glove of the first baseman in Cale McCarville. So Colin Bird's got himself a leadoff single. The former Spud.
The unexpected Spud, one would say.
Very true. Possibly again in a future Spud. So here's the 0-0. This one is fouled off towards the left side of the press box. Make it an 0-1.
Kurt Heath started the second inning with a single. 1 for 1 today.
Santos definitely with the advantage here as well. Being in a lefty-lefty matchup. That same side is definitely tough to hit. So Bird stands at first. Here's the pitch. Bouncing breaking ball. Almost gets away from Stone Vasic, but he picks it up quickly. Make it 1-1. And hello, everybody. If you're just now joining us, Kai Janagabis, Logan Hunter, but also Nick Rose, our dugout reporter. Nick, what's going on?
Well, vibes are quite high. Spuds holding an early 2-0 lead here over the Aviators, but you might have noticed this out in the field.
This one is lined sharply into center, ranging in, and a sliding catch by Trey Brooks. How about that? Sorry, Nick, didn't mean to cut you off, but what a play by Trey Brooks. Colin Bird stays at first, but Nick, please continue.
Yeah. No, at second base right now is Drew Wardell. He started this game out and right. He has played his fifth position right now. He's going for all 9. He told me tonight he's going to do absolutely everything unless he gets pulled for stupid base running like what happened earlier.
So what other positions has Drew played tonight? I don't know if we've caught it.
Drew has played first in every outfield spot, and this inning I believe he's going for second base and shortstop.
Wow. So apologies, folks. We didn't know, but he's going for the old who did it before? Was it Chris Ross who might have done it? I can't remember who did it in the major leagues. He was with the Detroit Tigers. Maybe Roman Lettuce?
I'm not sure when it comes to the pros, but funny that Nick should mention that. We actually had someone at the end of the 2024 season, Dawson Barakani, a former Spud, played all 9 positions back in 2024 for the Spuds.
So maybe we'll see franchise history. Here's a liner to the third baseman. The throw in time at first. No, apologies. The second base umpire said he was safe. And honestly, I don't believe it. To me, it looked like the throw had him by a country mile. And to be honest with you, too, I just realized Jordan Jones is actually playing first base over there. Third baseman is now Addison Patton. And the Spuds and the umpires quickly debriefing to see if he was out. I thought Jordan held his own at first and definitely got a foot down, but the second base umpire says no. So only 1 out there. But incredible reflexes from Patton. So it would have been an inning-ending double play, wound up becoming just a line out to the third baseman. This one is fouled off towards the screen, and that's from Oily.
I think now everyone is being informed of Drew Wardell playing all 9 positions. Everyone's all over the place right now.
And this one gets right past the shortstop, Andrew Witt. Now runners at first and second now for the Casper Spuds. So now let's tell you of the defensive positioning. At first base, Jordan Jones. Second base, Drew Wardell. Shortstop is Andrew Witt, and the third baseman is Addison Patton. So it's been a wild ride of defensive substitutions so far.
And to finish that off, your outfield is Cale McCarville, Trey Brooks, and Jasper Best.
So there's been a little bit of movement. But Drew Wardell going for all 9. See if he's able to pull it off. So 2 outs away. Santos gets a ground ball right past the glove of Jordan Jones. It actually hits off the heel of his glove. And a very late call from the home plate umpire, but nonetheless, it was a fair ball. Jordan Jones not able to field it cleanly, so 1 run comes across on an RBI single from Kobe Pexton.
Yeah, that was a tough hop there from Jordan to deal with by Jones. And a lot has happened here in this half of the inning. And the Spuds can't let whatever's happened out here on the field right now affect them. Just have to go out there, get the final out of the inning here.
So the first pitch from Santos is called a ball. And apologies, I should have known this, and I'm very upset that I didn't. Andrew Romine, the old Detroit Tigers player, is the one who played all 9 positions in a single game. He was the second player in MLB history to do so. He did it back in 2017. Santos also evens things out with a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
You know, now that you say that, I do remember seeing highlights of that game from Andrew Romine.
So the 2 players who have done it in MLB history, the original was Shane Halter. The next pitch from Santos called the ball. But Shane Halter did it back in 2000 on the day of October 1st. So he was the original trendsetter. Andrew Romine did it in the final game of the MLB regular season in 2017 for the Tigers. So it's a 2-1 count now. Santos looking to get back into the swing of things.
Pun intended.
What pun did I make?
The swing of things?
Yeah. So, next pitch is swung on and missed. Make it 2-2. What? Swing of thing? Yeah.
Pun intended?
Pun unintended, but it had happened.
There you go.
Apologies. Sometimes I'm so funny I don't even know.
So he makes so many of them he doesn't even notice anymore, folks.
So here's the 2-2. The pitch from Santos is lined sharply into center field. Trey Brooks, however, ranges underneath it and makes the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Aviators score a run. So it's a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Casper Spuds. Drew Wardell is looking to play all 9 positions in this game, and I guarantee you there is going to be a lot more action happening here at Mike Lansing Field tonight. So stay tuned.
For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been committed to providing quality hardware at affordable prices. With thousands of products, Sutherland's has the tools, materials, and expertise to help you tackle your next project. Thank you, Sutherland's, for supporting the Spuds.
This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds.
When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Duraline and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and cable protection, Duraline helps power the connections that keep Wyoming and the world running strong. From broadband to energy, their innovative solutions are built to last in any environment. Represented in Casper, trusted everywhere, Duraline, creating connections that matter.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mike Lansing Field here in Casper, Wyoming. It is absolutely a spudtacular day for baseball. Kai Jenagabis and Logan Hunter join alongside me, and Trey Brooks gets this one started off with a liner right over the head of the third baseman. It'll roll into left field, and Trey Brooks has a leadoff single.
Yeah, didn't waste any time there. Saw the first pitch come out of the hands of Fossbender, and immediately just ropes it into left field. Great piece of hitting there to start the inning.
So now that brings up Addison Patton, the third baseman. Currently, I'm sure that is subject to change. But yeah, Trey Brooks wasted no time. Had a great eye on the pitch and just took advantage of it. High fastball right over the head of Patton for ball one. Logan, so far, what have you seen between these two squads?
Both pitchers have done a pretty decent job in trying to control the other lineup. Give credit to the Spuds. They've been making Fossbender work a lot, but I've been really impressed, especially with Trey Santos out in today's ball game. So great pitching from the Spuds here in this one. They're also making Fossbender work. Overall, it's been a pretty decent recipe for success. You'd just like to see a few more runs on the board than what we've seen here out of the Spuds.
Definitely. The Spuds have had a lot of chances here tonight, too. They just haven't had the ability to capitalize with runners in scoring position, mostly due to them having 2 outs before that opportunity actually comes. So Addison Patton finds himself ahead of the count 3-0, and the next pitch from Fassbender is called a strike, so make it 3-1. Trey Brooks still standing at first, but I'm in total agreement with you, Logan. You definitely called it. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. So here's the 3-1 fastball that runs outside. Just kidding. Called a strike.
Patton is 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time.
Patton looking to be the next guy on. In a full count now. The pitch. This one is sliced into right field. The right fielder fields it cleanly, but he'll hit his cutoff, but not before Addison Patton's got himself a single. So back-to-back singles to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. The Spuds threatening here now as the top of the lineup comes up.
Yeah, it looks like they're really starting to see Fossbender well now as we get deeper into this game. This will now be the 3rd time through the order for these Spuds.
And if I'm the Spuds here, too, I feel like they've done a really good job capitalizing on some of the breaking ball stuff that Fassbender has been throwing, or just getting really far out in front of that heater that Fassbender has been throwing here all night.
And sorry for the pause there. I guess I didn't recognize Patak's walk-up song. I thought maybe we had a pinch hitter, but no, it's still Patak.
So the first pitch to Patak, call the strike. Cody McCrary going to take a quick timeout to talk to him.
Change of plans here. Patak seemed to be looking to bunt. Now with 1 strike, interested to see what the plan of attack is now.
Honestly, wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a hit-and-run scenario here. Patak, over the last couple games, has done a really good job pushing the ball, but there's a really wide gap between short and third, so you got to think maybe the situation's on. Just kidding. Patak looks to lay down a bunt again. Call the ball.
Yeah, it looks like the bunt sign's still on.
Bunt still out there, but the fastball gets away from Fassbender, so it's a 2-1 now.
I'd have to ask McCreary after the game what he told Patak here, because it looked like, long conversation, potentially a change, but looks like nothing's changed so far here in terms of strategy.
So here's the 2-1. Patak lays down the bunt beautifully. First baseman recovers to throw to first base. Not in time. It actually gets away from the first baseman, Kurt Heath. Trey Brooks rounds third. He comes home. Rounding second and coming in from third base is Addison Patton. Carter Patak has got himself 2 ribbies, and the bunt situation works to perfection. How about it?
And what a play there by the great base running there by the Spuds. If I'm the first baseman Buchanan in that situation, I'm not even looking towards third. I'm just going to let the Spuds have their sacrifice bunt that they are trying to get the sure out at first, because you saw him. He turned to third thinking he could get the lead runner, realized that he didn't have a play, and so he had to rush his throw to first, resulting in all kinds of chaos there in that at-bat.
So Carter Patak's situational bunt works to perfection. Spuds now lead 4-0, and it feels like they've 4-1, apologies. It feels like they've really broken this one open now, just due to how low scoring the game has been. And the Spuds still have yet to get out here in the bottom of the fourth. So they're looking to keep pouring things on, and now you bring up Jasper Best.
Yeah, Best 0 for 1, struck out looking, but then drew a walk. So see what he has in store here for the lineup.
Fastbender starting to reach a higher pitch count as well. 74 pitches on the day here through 4. And you can't really blame too much of the runs scored here on the pitcher Fastbender just because of how some of the plays have gone. There's been a couple of errors that have really led to the majority of the runs that the Spuds have scored.
Yeah, looking at my scorebook here, I mean, I believe it was the E4 back in the first inning that brought the first run home. Then, yeah, out of the four runs that have been scored, only one was off of a base hit so far.
Here's the pickoff move. A little fakey. So the 0-0 now on the way. Best stands in with Carter Patak at second. And Best lays down another bunt. It'll take a weird hop on the pitcher. The throw from Fastbender is in time at first to get Best, but not before Patak moves over to third base and is now 90 feet away from potentially being the third run of the inning.
There, Aviators learned their lesson, made the right read, just immediately go to first base. You're fine with the runner getting to third. And now Spuds with only one out, Andrew Witt to the plate here.
So now you have a brand new count with a brand new batter in Andrew Witt. So Witt stands in now the pitch. Ball 1.
Witt 1 for 2, single and a fly out for him in this one.
Here's the next pitch on the way to Witt. He hits a chopper to the third baseman. Patak will score on it. The throw is in time to get Witt out. But the Spuds now have scored 3 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And a lot of it's to do because of Carter Patak.
Yeah, the error, the bunt that caused everyone to scramble, that brought 2 runs in, and now here comes Patak himself. Great trip around the bases there for Carter Patak.
So now you bring up Cale McCarville, looking to extend the inning, possibly get a few more pitches out of Fastbender, try to take him out. Next pitch, fastball, call the ball, way too far outside for Cale or the umpire's liking. This one is fouled back towards the snack shack, make it 1-1. And the Spuds are rolling, as Nick Rose would say.
Say, folks, just like in baseball, every life is worth fighting for. Let's break the stigma and support mental health for everyone in our community.
In case you're joining us, too, it's Mental Health Awareness Night here. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Cale McCarville. High fastball, make it 2-2 now.
Carville 0 for 1, strikeout, and was hit with a pitch.
Here's the next pitch to Cale. Another high fastball, and make it 3-2. So now, with Cale kind of dragging along, this AB Fastbender now reaches over 80 pitches through 4. You gotta wonder if somebody's down there warming up for the Aviators. Next pitch on the way, and a spiked fastball. So McCarville, back-to-back walks in his last two appearances. They bring up Stone Vasic. So Vasic now, he reached base after an error towards the second baseman, and he flew out in his last AB. looking to do something a little different. Stone looks like he's got something on under the helmet. What it is, I can't really tell.
I think it might be one of those Spuds headbands.
Next pitch. Call the ball. So, Stone will look at a first pitch off speed, which is call the ball. This one is hit sharply to the third baseman. He fields it cleanly, a quick little spin move, and the throw is in time to get out Stone, but not before 3 runs come across after 3 hits in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll be right back here on Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Super Bowl 50 champion Ryan Harris, and my dad's life was saved when a hero said yes to organ donation. Right now, nearly 150 Wyoming residents are waiting for a life-saving transplant. One heroic choice can save and heal lives.
Based right here in Casper, Wyoming, Empower Chiropractic specializes in neurologically based chiropractic care for all ages. They are driven to educate and empower individuals to make well-informed decisions about their health while fostering a community that extends beyond the practice. Thank you, Empower Chiropractic, for supporting the Spuds. Freedom Fuels provides bulk fuel supply, on-site fueling, and hydrovac excavation services across the Rocky Mountain region. Their commitment to safety and ethics creates a superior client expertise that enables them to provide cutting-edge service. We are proud to partner with Freedom Fuels this season. Freedom Fuels, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Hello, Spuds fans and Aviator fans. If you're joining us here at Mike Lansing Field, my name's Kai Janagabis. Join alongside me, Logan Hunter. We're your broadcasters for tonight. And it's been a very eventful game. From errors to hits to Drew Wardell basically doing it all. I mean, it's been a very fun one.
Yeah, where's he at now? Got to have it probably.
I
have to
think
look at that.
He might be at third. I believe that's Drew over there at third base.
See here, we'll see what game. Yep, that is him. Game Changer tells us he's over there at third now.
So this is the new look for the infield. Here is a chopper to the shortstop. Whitfield's it cleanly. The throw on the money. He got him. So that's how the top half of the 5th inning gets started. So now that brings up Xavier Cahill, but Drew Wardell is playing third base. And Addison Patton now moves over to second. So Drew Wardell is your new third baseman.
Now here comes a guy to the plate. Santos has had his number, Xavier Cahill.
Cahill struck out swinging back-to-back times, looking to avoid the golden sombrero. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. My only question is, will Drew wind up pitching tonight?
That's a fantastic question. Look, Wardell's a great guy, but with him on the mound, I don't know if a 4-run lead's enough.
Well, to be fully transparent, I actually don't know the full extent of the. Here's the next pitch, by the way, from Santos. It's fouled off. But I actually don't know the full extent of the pitching change rule for the ILB. I know in the MLB, 3 batters or 3 outs or the bottom half of the inning. But I actually don't know how it is. I wonder if Drew can just throw 1 pitch and be satisfied.
I do believe you have to face 3 batters in the ILB.
Is it face 3 batters?
I do believe so.
If Drew was able to throw an eephus 3 times in a row, I think he might be able to pull it off. So here's the 2-2 on the way. Foul down the right side. But I will say, I do think it is possible. I will say, I do think it is something he might be able to pull off. I will say, I'm very excited to see Drew Wardell catch. That is for sure. Here's the next pitch, fouled off the end of the bat.
You know, Cahill, after going down on strikes a couple of times, he's put together a pretty good at-bat, seeing a lot of pitches here. But Santos still looking for strikeout number 7 here.
So Santos, very impressive game.
Hasn't had a strikeout since he last struck out Cahill.
So I think it's safe to say that Santos really is just a great all-around pitcher.
Hey, that's exactly what you see. Although the last time I mentioned that the strikeout numbers had kind of started dipping down in yesterday's ball game, mentioned Luis Lepe hadn't had a strikeout since the previous batter. He then went and struck out 2 of the next 3.
Very true. So Santos here looking to find his 2nd win. So here's the 2-2 on the way. Foul. It's a very long AB here.
Yeah, yesterday Lepe got strikeouts number 4 and 5 against Clayton McDonald, and that's about when I said he hadn't had many strikeouts after that. He then threw 3 more.
This one is fouled off again, so we'll do 2-2 once more. And it's been an 8-pitch AB already to Cahill.
And he's not even on ball 3 yet.
So here's the 9th pitch of the AB. It's a ball outside. So make the count full. How about it?
There it is. I spoke it into existence.
So let's do 10. 10th pitch of the AB on the way to Cahill. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. So Cahill gets sat down once more.
Strikeout number 7, and that was pitch number 80 from Santos.
So strikeout number 7, but 3 of those 7 Ks have came off of Cahill. Here's the next pitch from Santos, a fastball, a little too far outside. 1-0.
Braden Buchanan at the plate, 0 for 1, walk and a ground out for him.
Yeah, Buchanan looking to keep bringing up that average any way he can. This one is fouled down the right side.
That was coming right at a few fans over there. Some kid looked to have some type of self-defense there to try to keep that from smoking him.
Here's the next pitch. Fastball runs a little too far inside. Ran out that back foot of Buchanan. But it's a 2-2 count. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. Here's the pitch on the way. This one is lined into shallow right. It'll get over the head of Addison Patton, and it'll roll to the right fielder's Jasper Best. So Buchanan raises that batting average a little bit.
And then here comes a guy who hit a single last time, too, Colin Bird to the plate. So,
well, let's also not make it seem like Bird is a contact guy. This is a guy who, if he gets a hold of one, I mean, you got to watch your car in that left field parking lot.
you do. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's ball game, too. As this year, talk amongst yourselves, he is slugging .316, but his OBP is north of 400, 440 OBP.
But you can't blame a lot of pitcher is trying to pitch around Bird. I mean, he is one of those guys where if he gets a hold of one, it'll get out of here in a hurry. I mean, lickety-split. Next pitch, called a strike. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Fastball outside.
So, folks, thank you for supporting CWCC 988 and the message that recovery is possible for everyone.
So here's the 1-1 on the way to Bird. He kicks, he deals. Ball outside. 2-1. So the current score, 5-1 in favor of the Casper Spuds. We're here in the top of the fifth. Aviators, 2 outs already, but a runner on first base. Colin Bird's the batter who stands in. Here's the pitch on the way, and this one is laced down the left field line. Trying to range over to his left is the left fielder. He'll finally make the grab after it bounces off the wall. Heading home is Buchanan. The throw is in time. They got him! And how about that? And he was out faster than you could say Spud. Casper Spuds get out of it. They get the runner out at home. What a beautiful relay. What a beautiful throw. The Spuds still lead 5-1.
Looking for that place where you can feel safe and accepted, where all of the counselors are highly trained and licensed in specialties from family counseling to substance addictions, and where most major insurance is accepted and payment is based on your financial needs, where the whole person is treated, not just the symptoms. Think you have to go outside of Wyoming to find it? Think again. Central Wyoming Counseling Center. Hope. It's on the horizon.
Looking to get active and connect with your community? The YMCA of Natrona County and Casper has something for everyone. State-of-the-art fitness equipment, youth programs, swim lessons, and more. Whether you're chasing goals or just getting started, the Y is here for you. Visit CasperYMCA.org and join a community that moves you forward.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. The top of the fifth ended on a beautiful throw out in left field from Jasper Best. Beautiful relay from the Casper Spuds there as we begin the bottom half of inning number 5 with Jordan Jones taking a look at a first pitch low, 1-0. Next pitch in the zone for a strike. Ball and a strike now to the Spuds. First baseman now.
Jordan Jones singled in his last AB. Brought a run across, but he flew out to start things in the bottom of the first.
Next pitch misses. 2-1 now.
Jones, too, another one of those guys come up in a big spot.
Fastball stays outside. 3-1 now.
You got to wonder here, the Spuds just trying to pour it on a little bit more to possibly get Drew Wardell out there on the bump.
3-1 misses, and that's ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk drawn by Jordan Jones. Puts a leadoff man on first.
So speaking of Mr. 9, Drew Wardell stands in. He walked and K'd in his last 2 appearances, 0 for 1 on the day.
Kai, how about this? All 5 innings that the Spuds have played here, they've gotten the leadoff guy every single time. They've gotten the leadoff guy on every single time as Wardell waves and misses at the off speed.
Pretty good work by the Spuds, staying diligent at the plate, making sure they're able to acknowledge their situations and try to do their best to work with what they got. And so far, it's worked pretty well, I would say.
Swing and a miss by Wardell. He was looking for the fastball. I think it was a little further in than he thought it was going to be. He's down in the count 0-2.
I think you can tell Drew a little frustrated that he didn't get in front of that one. Definitely was the pitch he was hunting for.
No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Wardell's down on 3 pitches.
Drew just not able to catch up to the fastball. It's tough, you know, when you got a guy throwing, you know, mid to what is it, low 90s?
High 90s. Well, yeah, probably high.
That's why I was. I'm glad you see where I was tripping up for a little
high,
bit.
high 80s.
High
mid-
80s,
low
90s.
Low 90s, yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. Definitely hard to time it up and then mix in a little bit of a slider, a change up here and there. Shows why Fassbender is the pickoff move. No luck that time. Why Fassbender, they're fine with using him as a two-way guy because we've seen him play a little bit of left field. He swung the stick a bit too. So the Aviators perfectly comfortable with using Fassbender as a two-way guy as the next pitch is a strike.
Definitely.
First pitch, rather.
And I will say, too, Fassbender, compared to Santos, doesn't look like he's had a whole lot of velo drop-off. I mean, he's been pretty much staying at where he's been the whole game in terms of the fastball.
Tried to get the backdoor slider to come in, but couldn't quite get the release he wanted. Way outside, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Fassbender already at 95 pitches through 5. Got to wonder how much longer they're going to let him go.
Runner breaks for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is in time, and Trey Brooks is thrown out trying to steal second.
Trey Brooks just it really did just look like he got a late jump, and apologies. Not Trey Brooks, Jordan Jones.
No, apology. Yes, it is Brooks at the plate. Jordan Jones on the base pass.
But, yeah, you know, I definitely got to say, Jordan just got a very late break on that, just wasn't able to get there in time.
Swing and a miss at the fastball. 2-2 rather is the count. See what Brooks can do here. Breaking ball, curve ball stays inside. Full count now. Next pitch misses for a ball. And Brooks will take first base with 2 outs here in the bottom half of inning number 5. So a couple of walks in the inning now for the Spuds. So that's walk number 5 allowed now by Fassbender. First pitch to Addison Patton. Misses high. I believe saw the umpire give the signal that missed high. 1-0.
Not too often you actually see umpires give you where you missed.
That pitch misses high as well. 2-0. Especially this late in the game, he might tell you like first, second inning where that's missing. You know, by the 5th inning, you probably think guys probably have a good feel on where the umpire's zone is, as that's way high as well. 3-0. Guys have a good feel on where the zone is. You know, this late in the game, Kind of surprised to see the indication on where that pitch missed.
Definitely.
Patton 1 for 2 as he's taking all the way on 3-0, 3-1 now. Check on Brooks. Nothing doing. And next pitch misses as well, so back-to-back walks, third walk of the inning that Fossbender has allowed. And Fossbender's telling his coach to stay in the I think he's telling his coach, hey, don't come out. I'm all right. There's 2 outs. I can get this last guy, but I think he's getting taken out.
Which you can't blame him. I mean, 104 pitches through 5 innings. Fassbender did a really great job tonight. Defense didn't help him out too much in a lot of clutch spots, but you got to wonder, too, if maybe Chris Romano's going out there just to talk to him a little bit, ask him how he's feeling, if he really needs to have somebody come in or see if he can finish this one off. I mean, you already got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, but you are dealing with runners at first and second. You walked the last 2 batters. There's definitely a cause for concern.
And you know what? I haven't seen Romano take the ball away from Fassbender, so looks like he's going to be able to get that. Looks like he's going to try to let him get that final out here.
Definitely. I mean, at this point, too, in the pitch count, you have to assume that this is going to be Fassbender's potential last batter. But also, if Carter Patak's able to keep this inning alive, somebody's going to come in a lot quicker than Fassbender would have liked.
Patak 0 for 2 today. Nope, excuse me, 0 for 3. He's reached base via error twice. Came around to score on both of those, and he struck out.
Pretty solid night, though, from Patak. I mean, if you want to put everything together, I mean, he had a sac bunt that allowed 2 runs to come across. That was that error. And wound up coming across to score a run, 2 in the 4th, but he also did it back in the 1st.
It's been an interesting night of baseball for Carter Patak for sure. As the next pitch misses.
Has it been unorthodox? Yes. Has it worked? Also yes.
2 balls, no strikes to the Spuds' designated hitter. That pitch misses outside. 3-0 now.
Yeah, so you got to wonder, too, if Chris Romano is going to try to bring somebody in here in a minute if Fassbender lets Carter Patak get away from him.
Yeah, you definitely can't risk it with the lead being where it's at, and you end up loading the bases. That pitch catches the outer half, 3-1. If you end up loading the bases in this situation with how deep Fassbender has gone, over 100 pitches, gotta go get a new arm with the wear and tear that's gone on with Fassbender, but he gets Patak to swing and miss at that one. So from 3-0, it's now full at 3-2. See what Patak can do. Runners will be in motion here on 3-2. And just a look back to second, nobody covering second. Although it is interesting, second baseman playing basically on the outfield grass.
Definitely playing for the push here.
And that is ball 4, and I think Fassbender knows that that's going to be the end of his outing. Yep, here comes Chris Romano, and we have a pitching change. So, new pitcher coming up for the Aviators. The Spuds have the bases loaded with 2 outs here at the bottom half of inning number 5. Go ahead and take a break. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube. We would like to recognize our community partners at Grizzly Excavation and Construction for their support of the Spuds. Founded right here in Casper, Grizzly Excavation is committed to providing high-quality contracting throughout central Wyoming through their Get Used to Different motto. Grizzly Excavating and Construction, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Life in Casper can throw you curveballs, blizzards, hailstorms, or the unexpected fender bender. That's why your local State Farm agents are here, ready to help you and protect what matters most. From auto and home to life and business, they've got you covered. Visit your Casper agent today and get the coverage you deserve. Local support you can count on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Cap City Aviators, Joshua Winnett on the bump. As Jasper Best is the first to greet him, and he shoots one into left field. That'll score one, maybe two. McCreary sending the runner from second on the way home. Throw goes to third, and the runner is safe at third. It's a two-run single for Jasper Best.
So how about that?
Way to greet a guy to the ball game. First pitch you see, just dump it into left field. 2 runs across. Spuds have pushed their lead to 6 here.
And now comes up another dangerous hitter with Andrew Witt. So pretty solid stuff from the top of the order to keep this inning rolling. Now you were talking about how Drew Wardell might need a bigger lead to go out there and pitch. Well, I think 6 might be enough.
Next pitch to Andrew Witt misses. Ball on a strike now to the Spuds shortstop still.
As of this moment, yes.
Had to check. This 1-1 is put into center field. Devereaux going back, and he has it hit off the top of his glove. Tried to snow cone it. Witt rounding second on his way to third. The throw hits Witt in the back, and it's a 2-run triple for Andrew Witt.
So another one of the returning Spuds doing it all, and how about that? Andrew Witt with the triple, just completely mishandled by Ryan Devereaux. And honestly, you can't blame him. That's a really hard hit ball to try and trail from your backside. And he made the catch initially, but I think just with the way the momentum was going, I think it bounced around in the glove and hit out. Devereaux just not able to hold on, but Witt's got himself a triple regardless of the fact. And now the Spuds are threatening once more. They're 2 runs away from leading this thing by 10 runs. So how about it? The Spuds really pouring it on now.
Next to hit for the Spuds is Cale McCarville, as the first pitch he sees is a strike, 0-1.
So, oh, how the tables have turned. The Casper Spuds broke this one open a little bit.
And as this pitch gets away from the man behind the plate, flip to Winnett, and the throw is not in time.
So, Witt goes home on the wild pitch, and he's in there safely.
So Witt didn't have to stay on the base pass long there, as he's quickly home. 5 runs in the inning now for the Spuds.
So the Spuds have scored in every inning so far in this one besides the second. 7 hits tonight, 10 runs. I mean, it's really been Spudtacular. Spudtastic. I'm trying to think of more. I might need to pull out my pun book.
I was gonna let you have the floor for that one. 1-1 to McCarville, stays outside, 2-1 now.
Instead of Phenom, Potato Man?
Might have to workshop that
I might
one.
have to work that one.
Eighth batter of the inning for the Spuds as McCarville golfs one down the right field line. Might get into the Spuds bullpen. No, just short of it. Saw someone take their hat off like he had a chance to catch it over there. But it's a foul ball. 3-2 now to McCarville.
So the Spuds, very impressive bottom half of this 5th inning. Drew Wardell might get his wish of playing all 9 positions now.
3-2 to McCarville. This is fouled back, and we'll do it again.
Heads up over there, fans.
That was a rocket right for the top of the grandstands there. Looks like everyone's all right. 3-2, 2 outs. Hard hit into left field, and it's a base knock for Cale McCarville.
So what a 5th inning this has been for the Spuds. A little bit of chaos, but a little bit of hard hit, a couple of hard hit balls have really turned this thing around. Spuds only leading by a couple of runs going into this inning have now just absolutely shattered that score bug.
Stone Vasic come to the plate, one of 3 guys without a hit for the Spuds in this one.
Don't speak too soon.
As the first pitch misses outside, 1-0.
Stone's another guy who can really pull the ball to wherever he wants it to be.
Vasic, just a touch late, shoots that pitch foul on top, and it rolls off of the batting cages. 1-1.
Gale looking to keep this inning alive, and honestly, I don't blame him. With the way things have gone, the Spuds have just been on a roll.
One to Vasic. Swing and a miss. Good changeup there by Winnett, and it's 1-2.
Tell Vasic definitely looking for a fastball there. Wasn't ready for the off-speed stuff.
Vasic, Spuds backstop, 1-2. See what Winnett has here. This is hit high and deep to left center field. That looks like it's going to find a gap as it one hops off the wall. McCarville rounding third on his way home. And a throw, no throw home. It's an RBI double for Stone Vasic.
So what I say, don't speak too soon, because that's a guy who's got a lot of pop in his bat. Stone Vasic showing it off. And the Spuds now bat through the lineup.
Yeah, that was the 9th Spud to come to the plate. Coming into this inning, the Spuds had no extra base hits. That's now the 2nd one of the inning. Now here comes Jordan Jones.
And baseball is just one of those games where everything can turn on a dime. And so far, that's how this 5th inning has gone. So it's at an 11-1 ball game. The Spuds doing a lot of damage.
Next pitch to Jones is in for a strike. 1-1 the count. One. Jones thought about offering at it. I think he's upset with himself that he didn't, but honestly, probably better to lay off of that one. I think the best you could do with that pitch is just roll it right in front of the pitcher. One and two to Jones. Out in front of it, and he shoots it foul.
Just trying to stay alive right there, right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, pulled the string with the changeup. Jones able to stay alive.
Jones looking to add on to the hit total here.
One, two. Missed, and that's ball two.
Joshua Winnett walked off the mound like he thought he had it. But I will say, the catcher behind the dish for the Aviators did not flinch at all.
So did Kobe Paxton. He was walking towards the dugout over there from the shortstop position. 2-2. Is hit in the air to center. Devereaux ranging. He will get there and make the catch. Kind of had to guess it after he kind of stumbled after making the catch, but all in all, 10 batters come to the plate for the Casper Spuds. 6 come in to score. We'll go to the top half of inning number 6. It is the Spuds 11 and the Aviators 1. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds. If you're visiting Casper for business, adventure, or just passing through town, Best Western has you covered. With clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, and a staff that treats you like family, you'll feel right at home, whether near or far. With 3 convenient locations, Best Western in Casper is your base camp for everything Wyoming. Book your stay and rest easy today.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. Suicide Awareness Night here. All the Spuds wearing 988 jerseys here in this one as they lead things 11-1. And tonight's game is a reminder that mental health matters and support is always within reach. Whether you're facing stress, grief, or substance abuse challenges, help is available. Let's stand together and break the stigma around mental health, because no one gets left on base. This message is brought to you by Central Wyoming Counseling Center and the 988 Lifeline, your partners in hope, healing, and recovery. As this pitch is swung on and hit in the air to center, going back on it is Brooks, and he'll be able to make the catch for the first out of the inning. And I am joined now by one of the Spuds pitchers, also helps out around the office, Matt Ramos. And Matt, as I mentioned, tonight a very important night for everyone involved, the Suicide Awareness Night. Kind of talk about, it's the very important to have a lifeline like this available.
Yeah, I definitely believe so. I personally never used it whenever I was going through my dark times and whenever I was going through my suicidal moments, but I did have a lifeline to go to, and it was definitely my family and definitely Jesus Christ and God. But I think the fact that we as humans actually provide an outsource for people, no matter your religion, your beliefs, I think it's definitely a great thing that we definitely do that.
And you're not from Wyoming, from Texas, but fact for you, as something happened out there on the field, and it looks like Jack Gallo was hit with the pitch, so he'll take first base. But Wyoming is a state that has the highest suicide rate per capita, and as I mentioned, very important to have that crisis hotline. And talk about this, as this pitch is hit in the air to right, going back on it. The right fielder, he'll make the catch, and there's the second out of the inning. Is there any resources like that you know of in Texas, and how important is it to kind of spread this around the country?
Me personally, in Texas and stuff, I never did too much of my own research and stuff. I really relied on my family and my faith. But in Texas, definitely not talked about enough. Definitely, whenever I was coming up here my first year and stuff, I definitely saw a lot of on the side of the road, billboards, and I saw a lot of advertisements. I talked to a lot of people about it, especially my host family. They were telling me all about mental health and how it's very pushed here and stuff because of the suicide per capita, like you said. I definitely do think that all across the nation we should promote it more because it really does matter. It's a very tragic loss, and not only for yourself and stuff, but not to the others around you. So it's definitely affects a lot more people than you think it would.
Absolutely. And Matt, thank you for coming up here, talking a little bit about your experience, and hopefully we can get this pushed out more outside of Wyoming. But again, thank you for coming up here and kind of talking about, giving your thoughts on everything going on here. Thank you once again.
No, thank you, Logan. I do appreciate it, and it's something that definitely has a soft spot in my heart, and I think it's definitely something that needs to be pushed out there for more. But thank you for the time, Logan.
Of course. So, no balls, 2 strikes here in the inning. Or excuse me, ball and a strike, as this one is popped back foul towards the grandstands, and count moves to 1-2 here with 2 outs in the inning. And Kai, we talked about it, as that pitch misses high. Very important to have those lifelines, and great effort here by Central Wyoming Counseling Center and the 988 hotline to be able to provide all kinds of resources across the state of Wyoming.
Most definitely. And we mentioned it earlier, Wyoming, one of the highest suicide rates per capita. It's definitely important to have resources like that and have the opportunity to reach out to somebody just in case you're struggling. So we really appreciate the support and people showing out to, really respect and, try to get involved into helping out people who may be struggling with something.
As we hit the end of the inning, 1 runner left on for the Aviators. Go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Spuds lead things 11-1. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Dura-Line and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and cable protection, Dura-Line helps power the connections that keep Wyoming and the world running strong. From broadband to energy, their innovative solutions are built to last in any environment. Represented in Casper, trusted everywhere, Dura-Line, creating connections that matter.
Craving legendary food and service? Head on down to Texas Roadhouse in Evansville, where the steaks are hand cut, the rolls are hot and fresh, and the energy is always high. Whether it's a family dinner or a night out with friends, Texas Roadhouse is here for you. Located at 210 Miracle Street, be sure to come hungry, and we know you'll leave happy. Legendary food, legendary service, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Back here at Mike Lansing Field, bottom half of inning number 6, and here comes the guy who's seemingly done it all tonight, Drew Wardell at the dish.
Definitely 8 of 9 positions played tonight defensively. He's had a relatively decent day at the plate today. He walked and then struck out twice. But Drew has definitely been the standout guy tonight defensively, playing 8 of 9 positions. The last up, of course, the pitcher, which very curious to see if head coach Cody McCrary throws him out there to try to retire the Aviators in order.
One ball, one strike to Wardell, popped foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Drew Wardell. As that pitch misses well outside, 2-2.
Good job by Drew not to reach out for that. You saw him take you saw him try to lean towards it just a tad. It was a good job to leave that one alone. Keep your count alive. It's an even count now, 2-2. Just try your best to get on base here.
2-2 stays high, 3-2 now to Wardell.
I mean, Logan, I do have to ask you, though, out of all the players tonight, who would your pick be for player of the game? I mean, you have Carter Patak, you have Drew Wardell, who might wind up playing 9 of 9 positions here tonight, and then you go on and have a guy like Santos who had a great outing.
Yeah, definitely a hard choice. I think I would lean towards Santos. I mean, he went 5 innings with just allowing just 1 run. Hard not to pick a guy with 5 innings of just 1-run ball.
Definitely. I agree with you. Santos been the standout, but the headlines tonight are writing themselves as we speak.
That they are. The next pitch, first pitch to Trey Brooks, misses. 1-0.
And you do have a 10-run lead going into the 7th. You have a chance to win by mercy against the Aviators if you're able to get 3 quick outs. But again, if you are eager to throw Drew Wardell out there, at the same time, it wouldn't be a bad idea to add a couple more insurance runs. That way you know everything's all safe and sound if Drew's able to go out there.
Swing and a miss by Brooks, 1-2 now.
Not a bad swing right there from Trey, just a little over the top of it. He was on time.
1-2. Hard hit in the air to center. Devereaux going back. Gets there, and there is the first out. Say, folks, 988 offers 24/7 access to trained crisis counselors who can help people experiencing mental health-related distress. That could be thoughts of suicide, mental health or substance abuse crisis, and emotional distress. First pitch to Addison Patton, misses, 1-0. This pitch is hit in the air towards center. Devereaux makes the first, and now the second out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back great swings from Patton and from Trey Brooks, just not hitting hard enough too, and honestly, not a whole lot of help either from the wind right now, as it's either barely blowing or it is just a tad and towards left and back inside the ballpark. So a little bit of bad luck there from the Spuds hitters.
Top of the lineup now, Carter Patak. Takes a look at the first pitch for a ball, 1-0.
Probably the weirdest stat line of tonight, next to Drew Wardell's 9-position game. Carter Patak 0 for 3, but he scored 3 runs.
Yeah, reached base on error twice, drew a walk in the 5th. Definitely an odd game of baseball for Carter tonight.
He also had, to be fair, Carter Patak also had a sack.
As this is hit back up the middle, and a diving try by the second baseman. Not enough, and there, Carter Patak gets a base hit.
So pretty solid stuff from Patak right now.
With the A1 tire base hit, that brings up number 34, Jasper Best.
So next to the plate will come Jasper Best. And we have a pinch runner. No, we do not have a pinch runner. Just saw Cooper Hack making his way over towards the first base dugout. Thought that there was something being switched, but does not appear to be a pinch runner. Patak still over on first as the first pitch to Jasper Best.
Pinch hitter, Cooper Robinson standing in now.
Misses for a ball. That's a strike now. So Cooper Robinson at the plate now.
Apologies, didn't mean to step on your toes.
Now you're good as the breaking ball popped foul, 1-2.
Gotta say, what a beautiful sunset over there behind the left stands.
You were talking about earlier, you've never seen sunlight, being from Arizona, you've never seen sunlight stay out as long as it has. We're 9 minutes away from the 9 o'clock hour. About what time would the sun go down in Arizona, Kai?
Genuinely around 6 or 7, maybe 8 in the summer. But I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen the sun still out at 9 o'clock in Arizona, like ever in my life.
Get a load of this, Kai. For 2 more days, the days are going to get longer. We're getting close to that summer equinox as this is hit into second, and what a jump catch by Kurt Heath, able to put it away to end the inning. So, no runs for the Spuds. Aviators need to score at least 1 run to keep this ball game going. As we are in Mercy Rule territory, we'll go to the top half of inning number 7. It is the Spuds 11 and the Aviators 1.
In Wyoming, anything can happen. And no matter where you are, we're ready. With Wyoming's only 24/7 Level 2 Trauma Center with the most advanced technology and certifications. Because when emergencies happen, every second matters. Because every Wyoming neighbor matters. It's another banner day.
For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been committed to providing quality hardware at affordable prices. With thousands of products, Sutherland's has the tools, materials, and expertise to help you tackle your next project. Thank you, Sutherland's, for supporting the Spuds.
Hi, I'm Super Bowl 50 champion Ryan Harris, and my dad's life was saved when a hero said yes to organ donation. Right now, nearly 150 Wyoming residents are waiting for a life-saving transplant. One heroic choice can save and heal lives.
Welcome back to Spuds Baseball here at Mike Lansing. And wouldn't you know it, there he is.
The king, Drew Wardell, pitching.
Looking to pick up. Would you call it a save?
Yes, I mean, I don't really know. I think you would, for sure, though. I think this is definitely a save opportunity. You're closing out the game, 3 outs. I mean, I'm excited, to be honest.
The next pitch, right at the knees for a called strike. So quickly ahead of the count is Wardell, 0-2.
Pretty solid pitching right now from Drew Wardell. Start him off with a high heater, go low on the outside corner. What's in store?
Goes right back to the fastball. This is popped foul as Ryan Devereaux at the plate.
Actually hit off the ticket booth. And I'm not going to lie with you, Logan. I swear I saw Drew messing with a slider during his warm-up pitches. There was a slider. I saw one out of the 8 fastballs he threw, but I'm curious if he's going to bring it out.
0-2. Fastball bounces to the plate, and I think that caught the umpire. It's 1-2.
The umpire's going, come on, man.
What are we doing?
You know, Drew's probably out there saying, it's my first time. I'm sorry. So, Drew Wardell ahead of the count, 1-2. Pretty solid work right now. I mean, if you want to talk about a utility guy, this is your way to put yourself on the map.
1-2 for Wardell. Outside, and it's ball 2.
Oh, that was a 50-50 ball right there that you know Drew was just looking for. I want to see some off-speed. I want to see an off-speed pitch or see if he actually throws that slider.
2-2 outside, and it's 3-2 now.
And again, I talked about it a little bit. Do you go with the Ephus lob right here? You try to get one just over?
Based on the way he's pitching, he has absolutely zero interest in throwing an Ephus.
I will say, Drew is just throwing everything.
This is hard hit into right, going back his best. It gets over his head, and Devereaux, as best, has a little trouble with it, trying to dig it out of the warning track, and it's a leadoff double for Ryan Devereaux. And actually, apologies, it's Cooper Robinson out in right field.
Also have a pitch runner. Apologies. Never mind.
So Tanner Sever will come to the plate.
Drew, pretty solid pitch mix, wouldn't you say?
First pitch fastball, swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you what, he's throwing everything but the kitchen sink right now.
He's got some gas behind that heater.
I will say I am curious to see what Drew's max will be after this. I mean, he's putting everything behind that fastball.
That pitch misses inside, 1-1 now.
You know, Drew, trying his best to take his hand at pitching. I'm curious if maybe this is where the two-way player starts.
Swing and a miss. I think that was a changeup.
Yeah, there's the off-speed stuff right there. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if that was an orthodox changeup. I don't know if that was a circle curve, but it felt like Drew just faked the arm throw, and it just went down. That was a beautiful pitch.
Next pitch misses, 2-2 now.
I got to tell you, I'm excited. If this game ends with Drew Wardell picking up the save here, I will be the most ecstatic person in this stadium.
2-2. Bounces to the plate. Count runs full now, 3-2.
Got an open base to play with. You got to, we haven't really seen Drew. We don't really know if Drew's a strikeout guy or a contact guy. So maybe you get the runner over at first base. You set up a double play possibility.
See what Wardell can do here at a full count.
If I'm Drew, fastball.
Swing and a miss on the fastball. And there's one gone.
He got him. So how about it? Drew picks up his first ever career strikeout with the Casper Spuds. And it looks like Cody McCrary is going to pull Drew Wardell.
Oh, all right. Well, they let Wardell pick up 1 out, and a pitching change will come for the Casper Spuds. So we'll go ahead and take a break as see who the new guy is out on the bump when we come back.
So, in total, 7 innings, 9 positions, and it was done by that guy, the king, Drew Wardell. How about it? Round of applause, everybody, for watching at home. That's a huge task. That's a huge feat. Congratulations. The Spuds, though, now looking to come back, finish this thing off. Drew Wardell, what a game.
We'll go ahead and get you that next picture when we come back. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
All industries have had a challenge to get people together because we learn from each other, and industries are better when people are around each other. And so we've been consciously creating platforms for people to get together. We have our own coaching company. We have nonprofits and communities we serve in. We say, why is all that? Because people need each other. They need collaboration, and we're very intentional about creating opportunities for collaboration.
The number one thing I hear when people come into Fairway is, I cannot believe I didn't come here sooner. We have just like-minded, genuine people who are servant leaders. Within Fairway, there is a feel of empathy, compassion, just bringing people together so that people feel safe and involved.
Looking for that place where you can feel safe and accepted, where all of the counselors are highly trained and licensed in specialties from family counseling to substance addictions, and where most major insurance is accepted and payment is based on your financial needs, where the whole person is treated, not just the symptoms. Think you have to go outside of Wyoming to find it? Think again. Central Wyoming Counseling Center. Hope. It's on the horizon.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. New pitcher on the mound. Also making his pitching debut for the Casper Spuds, Cal Cousins on the bump. He's more of a two-way. He's a legit two-way guy here on the Casper Spuds, not like Drew Wardell.
I don't know. What I saw, I think he could be a two-way.
Might have to get into Coach McCreary's ear. 0-1 from Cousins, way outside. Devereaux will take third, and it's 1-1.
But I will say, it's really been a spectacle of a night here at Mike Lansing Field. I mean, it's a sight to behold. If you're not it's just been an absolutely crazy game.
1-1 to Xavier Cahill. Knocked back foul. We'll try it as the count will move to 1-2.
Ball hit off the one spot that didn't have any padding.
Cahill looking to avoid the golden sombrero. He's already got the hat trick, as Santos was able to strike him out 3 times. He's down to the count again, 1-2.
Tell you what, a lot of Spuds fans be happy if this was tonight's beer batter.
Pitch misses up and in, 2-2. Two. Too high, and we're full. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third here. As that comes up and in, and I think it caught a piece of Cahill. It was ball 4 regardless. And Cahill will take first.
So now you set up a double play possibility, try to get out of the inning, and try to finish this one off.
So Brendan Buchanan will come to the plate now. Double play scenario is in effect. First pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
A big hack right there from Buchanan. Don't really see him swing and miss at a lot of pitches like that. Practically swung out of his shoes.
1 out. All the Aviators need is 1 run to keep this game going, as that pitch misses down and away. 1-1 now. Fastball popped up, gets out of play. 1-2 now to Buchanan.
Now, if you're Cal, you can kind of do as you please here. You got a couple pitches to work with.
Next pitch, shot back foul. We'll try it one more time at 1-2.
Cal's got a very similar pitch mix as well to Santos. Fastball, 2-seam, which he says he doesn't really throw out a whole lot. He's got a changeup and a curve.
Runner breaks for second, swing and a miss, and there is the second out of the inning.
So how about that? And you have an opportunity here to end it against a former teammate.
That you do, as Colin Bird will come to the plate. Now you'll need a base hit if you want to keep this game alive.
Makes things a little bit harder, that's for sure.
First pitch from Cousins. Too low, 1-0. Bird hit a double his last time. 1-0 fastball stays high, 2-0.
Cousins definitely needing to lock back in this AB, try to get back ahead of the count. It's definitely a must pitch right here in this scenario. Don't want to have that runner at third or at second come across.
2-0 down and away, 3-0 now.
Also, don't really, looking at the stat line, don't really blame Cal for possibly pitching around Colin Bird in a spot like this. You bring up Kurt Heath, who hasn't really done too much tonight.
3-0. Fastball catches the outer half of the plate. 3-1 now. Fastball too high and the bases are loaded.
I mean, talk about the pressures on here. I mean, granted, it's not like it's a game-losing scenario, but at the same time, it's a game-winning scenario.
So Kurt Heath to the dish. 1 for 3, singled back in the second. A couple of flyouts for him after that. First pitch. Good slider that caught the zone. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Huge hack there. Cal now in a big spot, looking to do as much damage as he can.
Aviators down to their final strike.
Huge pitch.
This is off the end of the bat. Racing over is Westmoreland, and everyone's going to be safe, and we'll have to play at least one more inning as it's an RBI single for Kurt Heath. Almost said Colin Bird, but it's Kurt Heath that pushes the game out of mercy range. It's now 11-2 in favor of the Spuds. First pitch to Jack Gallo finds the zone, 0-1. 0-1. Popped up towards the right side of the infield. Dryden Cousins coming over. He makes the catch, and there is the third out of the inning. So the Aviators get a run, which means we'll have to keep playing for at least one more inning as we'll go to the bottom half of inning number 7, stretch time here in Casper. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
In Wyoming, anything can happen. And no matter where you are, we're ready. With Wyoming's only 24/7 Level 2 Trauma Center with the most advanced technology and certifications. Because when emergencies happen, every second matters. Because every Wyoming neighbor matters. It's another banner day.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. 11-2 the score in favor of the Casper Spuds. Could score one run here and end this ball game as the first pitch to Westmoreland misses for a ball, 1-0. Curveball, tapped foul. 1-1 the count now to Westmoreland. Yeah, previously mentioned that they have to play one more full inning. Now the Spuds could walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th if they score one more run, as this is on the ground to short. Throw to first is in time by Pexton, and that is the first out of the inning. As next to the plate now for the Spuds, it was Dryden Cousins playing first base. Don't think he'll be swinging the stick here. Wait just a second. It's Cale McCarville still at the plate as the first pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. So McCarville ahead in the count here, 2-0. Curveball stays inside, 3-0 now. Better late than never.
I will say, I think you were right about Dryden. Dryden's actually the one who's on deck right now.
As that pitch misses, so it's a 4-pitch walk to McCarville. Is look at the box score now. Yeah, it is Dryden Cousins.
Dryden Cousins. Dryden.
Well, let's make that correction. That's Holden Christensen.
So Dryden Cousins at the plate as the first pitch to him bounces to the plate. It's 1-0.
Not a lot of times you see pitchers taking a few swings. However, the batting average leader for the Casper Spuds, fun fact, is Tyson Mosentine. However, I do not know if his ABs qualify.
This is on the ground to short, flip to second for one. Throw to first is not in time, but he's called out, and it's a double play to end the inning. We'll go to the top half of inning number 8. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
Looking for that place where you can feel safe and accepted, where all of the counselors are highly trained and licensed in specialties from family counseling to substance addictions, and where most major insurance is accepted and payment is based on your financial needs, where the whole person is treated, not just the symptoms. Think you have to go outside of Wyoming to find it? Think again. Central Wyoming Counseling Center. Hope it's on the horizon.
This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds.
Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field as quickly Trey Schroeder on the mound for the Casper Spuds, and he is ahead to Brody Oilode. 0-2 the count.
Sounds like you got a thing of peanut butter in your mouth.
Swing and a miss, and there is the first out on 3 pitches here in the top half of inning number 8.
Good job from Schroeder. He's been pretty solid this year. We've seen him in a lot of different spots, late relief, middle relief. We've seen him as a closer. We've seen him as a starter. He's definitely one of those guys who you can depend on in a big spot or if you have a lead just like how the Spuds have right now. I mean, he's a guy to throw out there, give you a solid couple innings, and go out and close things down if you really need him to.
Kobe Pexton next to hit as the first pitch to him misses outside. 1-0.
I don't dislike the pitch selection either from Schroeder. That outside corner is where a lot of guys have been living tonight, and I feel like if you stay there, you win there.
Next pitch catches the inner half. 1-1.
Pretty solid bounce back, though, from the Aviators to make sure the scheme didn't end early. Got to give them credit.
1-1. Missed outside. 2-1.
However, I will say if the Spuds are able to walk this thing off, score a 12th run. It would be the third time the Spuds have beat the Aviators 12-2 at home, and for whatever reason, it seems like that might be the magic number.
That pitch bounces to the plate, 3-1 the count. I don't know what it is about the 12-2 score. 2 of the 3 matchups have ended that way between these two teams, as the next pitch misses outside. 2 of the 3 in Mike Lansing, I should say. As Paxton draws the walk, Ryan Devereaux will be next to hit.
And Trey Schroeder looking to get 2 quick outs here and get the Spuds bats back up ASAP.
First pitch fastball, catches the outer half, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Devereaux. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Schroeder. 0-2 now. Devereaux 1 for 3, hit a double in the previous inning. Oh, 2 outside, and now it's 1-2. One-two curveball catches the leg of Devereaux. He's hit with the pitch, and there's 2 on now for the Aviators.
You know, I was trying my best right now to look for a reference to 12-2, and maybe it holds some special thing for how Mike Lansing was due to the name, but couldn't find everything. I need to do a deep dive.
I was wondering what you were doing over there. I saw you pulled up Mike Lansing's baseball reference page.
Yeah. I was trying to look for a comparison if there was a 12-2 somewhere or something like that that maybe refers to how these games just typically go, but no. It's the Spuds magic.
Tanner Sever next to hit as the fastball comes up and in, 1-0. Catches the outer half, 1-1.
Fun fact about potatoes or Spuds. The basic chromosome number for a standard potato is 12. So,
all right. You know what?
12 and 12?
That'll play.
Yeah.
That'll play. Next pitch stays low, 2-1 now to Sever.
Or most people, too, when they're cooking, typically you get 12 slices out of a potato. So there's that, too. There's a lot of different, and it is also high in B12. So
there you go.
There's a lot of 12s with potatoes, apparently, which I didn't know that would be the comparison.
2-1, misses low. Pitch, runners break for both second and third. And they're safe, 3-1.
Also, too, another fun fact, when a plant reaches about 12 inches tall, specifically a potato, usually that's when you start to pull the potato out of the ground. I don't know why there's so many 12s related with potatoes. Actually, that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 things, but maybe we figured out the answer for 12. As the next pitch misses for ball 4, the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Also, too, a standard potato with how many B12 vitamins can be found in it, usually it takes up about 12% of daily diets. So there's that, too. I'm sorry. There's a big deep dive now for 12 with potatoes.
We're going to have to really make an effort to start looking around now as the first pitch to Xavier Cahill misses for a ball, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Cahill, 0 for 3 today, 3 strikeouts, drew a walk, and came around to score in the 7th. Nope. He did not score. Marked my book wrong. Apologies. Next pitch catches the outer half. 2-1 now.
And 2 can also be associated with the Aviators for their flight ranks. 0-2. Sorry, I'm in a big deep dive now. There's a big rabbit hole I've fallen into. I feel
Next pitch is outside. 3-1.
I fear I cannot climb out of this hole.
This feels like some type of rabbit hole you fall down when it's about, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning.
We're doing it here at 9 p.m.
3-1. Swing and a miss, and we're full now. 3-2.
I got to get back to baseball. No more potatoes associated with 12, and no more 2s associated with Aviators.
Payoff pitch coming with 1 out, and the base is loaded. This is on the ground to the second baseman. Throw to second for 1. No play to first, and the runner able to dive back safely at third. Almost caught that runner napping, but another run on the board for the Aviators.
So the 2 streak has been broken. So maybe the 12 streak gets broken.
Braden Buchanan next to hit. As he fouls the first pitch off.
Schroeder in a very good spot, though, to get out of this thing. Sure, you got runners on the corners, but you got 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. Good off speed there by Schroeder. 0-2.
Felt the breeze from up here by you.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 3. Aviators do get another run across, so the Spuds will have to score 2 runs if they want to end things an inning early. As we'll go to the bottom half of inning number 8, it is 11-3 in favor of the Spuds. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Whether your project is large or small, CEBI is committed to providing unmatched civil engineering, surveying, and landscape architecture throughout the great state of Wyoming. We thank CEPI for sponsoring the Spuds this season. Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. Bottom half of inning number 8 underway. Pinch hitter for the Casper Spuds, Ethan Schlotterbeck at the dish now. As the second pitch of the at-bat also misses. 2-0 the count to Schlotterbeck.
Yeah, Ethan's had a pretty hot start to the season, especially, too, from that left side. He's a switch hitter. Haven't seen too much out of the right side, just not too many ABs. But I'll tell you what, for a guy who's a switch hitter, the left side is definitely where Ethan Slaughterback wants to try to stay at least the majority of the time because he has been red hot.
3-0 in the zone, 3-1.
Slaughterback, too, didn't really get here all that long ago. Probably been here about a week now, maybe a little week and a half.
As he lifts one in the air to left. Coming back on it is Pexton, the shortstop. He'll be the one to make the catch, and that is the first out.
Up to the plate is
So 1 out in the inning. As Trey Schroeder will get to swing the stick.
I mean, everybody's doing everything tonight. It really just feels like that.
First pitch to him right down Broadway, and it's 0-1.
Now, if you're Trey, maybe you're swinging for the fences.
0-1 outside, ball on a strike to Schroeder.
We'll say, too, on deck, following Schroeder, of course, they'll have Tyson Mosentine.
That pitch bounces to the plate, 2-0. 2-1, rather. Well, that tracks because saw him in center last couple of innings.
Well, if you really want to get specific about it, Tyson Mosentine, leads the team in batting average. He's 1 for 1 on the year. He's batting 1,000, quite literally. Spud's probably trying to get him a couple more ABs to make him qualified for that ILB Player of the Year award.
It's going to take a lot of work if they want to get to that margin, as it's a foul ball, 3-2.
What'd you say it is, 60 AB minimum, 110?
I know the MLB.
110.
Is it a set line?
Oh, 110 ABs.
As Schroeder goes down on strikes. Because my reference has always been the old MLB The Show games, and you always look see league leaders. To qualify as a league leader in those, you have to have 3.1 at bats per game played.
I think now when I think about it, I think about Rookie of the Year standards, where right now Bryce Eldridge has finally crossed that threshold, 110 ABs. So I wonder how it actually does differ.
Next pitch to Trey Schroeder is a ball, 1-1, or excuse me, Tyson Mosentine.
So Mosentine now, his only hit on the year was an infield single.
2-1 now.
Tell you what, though, Mosentine's a very fun guy. He's one of those uplifting players that you really want to have on your team.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
But he's looking to swing for the fences. He's trying to do it all here. But also, most importantly, if I'm Tyson, try to protect that 1,000 batting average.
See if he could do that here, 2-2. Chopper towards the shortstop, Pexton. Throw to first in time, and that'll end the inning. So the perfect season comes to an end for Tyson Mosentine. And we'll go to the top half of inning number 9. Last chance, regardless of what happens for the Aviators. As we go to the top half of inning number 9, it is the Spuds 11 and the Aviators 3. You're watching Spuds Baseball.
Freedom Fuels provides bulk fuel supply, on-site fueling, and hydrovac excavation services across the Rocky Mountain region. Their commitment to safety and ethics creates a superior client expertise that enables them to provide cutting-edge service. We are proud to partner with Freedom Fuels this season. Freedom Fuels, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Back here at Mike Lansing Field, Colin Bird set to go as the first pitch to him. Catches the outer half, 0-1. Trey Schroeder still out on the bump for the Spuds. Next pitch to Bird, skied into center. Going back is Mosentine. He'll make the catch, and there's one out. How about that, Tyson Mosentine? Coming back to make the catch.
Yeah, great start to the inning if you're Trey Schroeder. Getting that line out very quickly, and now you have an opportunity to retire the next 2 batters in order and get out of this one.
This pitch is through the hole on the right side for a base knock by Kurt Heath. 3rd hit of the ball game for him in this one. And there's 1 on and 1 out here in the top half of inning number 9.
Look, and what's been your thoughts on how this game's played out for both sides?
You know, the big thing is the 6-run inning that came for the Spuds in the bottom half of inning number 5. They scored 9 of their 11 runs in the 4th and 5th inning, as the first pitch to Jack Gallo is a strike, 0-1. But that's been the biggest part. Got to credit some of the pitching from Trey Santos for sure, and give a little credit to Trey Schroeder here to keep this score where it's at, as this is a chopper gloved by Patton. Throw to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. Able to get were they able to get the lead runner?
Don't know if they did.
No, okay. I don't know if I saw a signal or missed it from Tom Day, but I guess both runners are safe. So all in all, it turns into a single for Jack Gallo. 2 on and 1 out now for the Aviators.
Guess they say Patak pulled his foot off trying to field that throw from Patton, but from our angle, it looked like he may have toe tapped it. Tom Day says no.
First pitch to Brody Oilo is a ball. 1-0.
I feel like even Game Changer is a little bit baffled.
Next pitch, shot foul. 1-1, and apologies, folks. Our camera seems to have frozen on us. So a ball and a strike now to Oilo. Another foul ball. No, our camera's back. I thought might have lost the juice in there, but still ready to go. Kind of struggling a little bit, but we're still
if we don't talk about it, it won't happen.
1-2.
Fair enough.
Oilo had a base knockback in the 4th, and he swings and misses at that pitch, and he is down on strikes for out number 2.
So how about that? Now Aviators down to their last out. Spuds looking to go home victorious and actually push the winning streak to 3.
First pitch. Shot down the right field line. Foul ball.
I got to say, too, what a great pitching performance this has been from the Spuds. Really, it feels like a lot of the times this season they've struggled in that aspect, but it always feels good to get a low-scoring game like this, and honestly, the offense did its job.
Next pitch misses.
But the pitching has really just been something to gawk at. I mean, whether it's Drew Wardell, Trey Schroeder, or Trey Santos, I mean, all 3 have done a phenomenal job.
This pitch is on a line, caught by Patak, and there's your ball game. Casper Spuds pick up the win by a score of 11-3 here in 9 innings as they take the second game of a 4-game set against the Cap City Aviators. When we come back, it'll be time for our player of the game here in this one. It's on the other side of this break. You're watching Spuds Baseball on YouTube.
If you're visiting Casper for business, adventure, or just passing through town, Best Western has you covered. With clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, and a staff that treats you like family, you'll feel right at home, whether near or far. With 3 convenient locations, Best Western in Casper is your base camp for everything Wyoming. Book your stay and rest easy today.
In Wyoming, anything can happen. And no matter where you are, we're ready. With Wyoming's only 24/7 Level 2 Trauma Center with the most advanced technology and certifications. Because when emergencies happen, every second matters. Because every Wyoming neighbor matters. It's another banner day.
Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit.
What's up, Tater Nation? I'm Nick Rose, joined with your banner health player of the game, Drew Wardell. Drew played all 9 positions tonight. How was that out there, and how was it different playing a little bit of everything tonight?
It was fun, you know. Some of them I had never played before, like I short for a second, or center, but I honestly felt most under control behind the plate because I used to catch, but other than that, it wasn't too bad.
Had a little scare of the perfect 9 for 9 in the 3rd inning, only played second base. What was the mindset going into the 4th to make sure you can secure 3rd and shortstop there?
I just had to make sure to get one pitch is short. We kind of got into a little bit of trouble in the 3rd, so I had to stay at home.
And in the 7th inning, you had a strikeout. Talk me through the feeling of getting that K there.
Oh, it felt good. I don't know, it's just something I've always wanted to do, so I'm glad I got to.
All right, do you have a message for the fans of Casper here on 988 night? Anything you want to talk to the fans? Give them a special message.
Mental health matters. I lost one of my dear friends to suicide, and it matters, so talk to somebody. And as far as it goes for Casper, we appreciate all the support.
Thank you, Drew, and great game.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you guys tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as the Aviators are back in town for the 3rd game of a 4